We are controlling transmission. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
Skeeters baseball.
Deep to left field, going back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all.
After missing the playoffs last year, the Skeeters look to get back to their winning ways as they strive to win it all again this season.
Holy cow!
Follow the Skeeters all season long as they drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship.
I don't believe what I just saw!
The Skeeters' new skipper, Pete Incaviglia, and his boys are primed to win it all as they look to claim the second title in franchise history.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
This is a live presentation of Sugarland Skeeters Baseball. Skeeters Baseball begins now.
And look who's coming up.
So let's go to the broadcast booth with the voice of the Sugarland Skeeters, Ira Liebman.
Welcome to Sugarland, Texas. We are live at Constellation Field, home of your Sugarland Skeeters. Sugarland comes in with a record of 75-38, the best record in the Atlantic League. The Freedom Division first half champs are 34-16 here in the second half. The Barnstormers 64-47, the second best overall record in the Atlantic League. Still trying for a playoff spot, 26-22. They are 7 games behind the Skeeters, and now in third place, half game behind the York Revolution. Sugarland will send out their ace, the Atlantic League's ERA leader, James Russell, the former big league southpaw, 7-3 with a 2.35 ERA. He will take on righty Terrell Harris, who's 0-1 with a 7.44 ERA. Game number 114 of the season, home game number 67. Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, joined again by Ryan Posner and Kyle Van Hook. And a little bit while, but Ryan, last night the Skeeters split a doubleheader. It was a game that needed to be made up because of a rain out in Lancaster, but after losing in game 1-0 on a very late home run in the 7th by Blake Galen, the Skeeters won 3-2. That win did a couple of things. The Skeeters tied their home record, and Felipe Polina got the save, so it's now one save behind the Skeeters single-season save record holder, his teammate Derek Loop.
Yeah, I mean, you look on paper today. I mean, on paper, it looks pretty good that the Skeeters getting a chance to set that home win record. I mean, you got your, as you mentioned, you're sending your ace to the mound. James Russell guy and Tyrell Harris struggled a bit in his brief stint with the Barnstormers this season. And the way these teams play each other, a lot of close games. Felipe had a save earlier in the series and won yesterday as well. So, I mean, like I said, another good chance for maybe him to tie that record this afternoon.
Do you think for a minute that the Skeeters coming into this homestand could break the record here before the last homestand?
Kind of. I mean, just the way the season has gone.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at the winning percentage, you almost just kind of expect them to win at home, especially with that, the Blue Crabs coming in. They've really scuffled, and actually they took that last game of the series. New Britain really slowed down of late as well.
Well, it gets much worse for the Barnstormers. They'll have to face the ERA leader in the Atlantic League, James Russell, a 2.36 ERA. And combined with that is that the Skeeters, over the last 8 games, have a 1.57 ERA, 69 innings. And when you look at everything, all the numbers are just so good. I mean, not only is 157 as an ERA over 69 innings phenomenal, but a ton of strikeouts, 43 Ks, low walk total 12. So if you're an opposing team right now, this is a very difficult team to beat.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, James Russell, you look at his record against the Barnstormers, 2-0 with a .64 ERA against Lancaster this year. So, I mean, he's been nails against them as well, and coming off what was a phenomenal August, maybe looking at the August player of the month or pitcher of the month for the Atlantic League.
And most likely he's going to be the Skeeters' Game 1 starter in the playoffs.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's you got to love that. I mean, a guy with like 7 seasons of Major League experience. He's pitched in big games, pitched in Wrigley Field. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want to send out there in a big game.
Interesting, the Ducks have lost 4 straight. How does that relate to all this? Well, they now only have a 1-game lead over Somerset. If you're the rest of the league, this doesn't affect the Skeeters, you want Somerset to win that second half title. You want the Ducks to choke it up, because now that easily puts the Barnstormers in the playoffs with 2 wild card spots. They have the second best overall record, so they would get the first one. But then it opens up that last spot to potentially 3 teams, because the way it would roll is that the Skeeters have the best overall record, so they're already in the playoffs. They're not in this scenario. The Barnstormers would get that first wild card spot, second best overall record. They're not in the scenario. Somerset won the first, and they would win the second half. So they're taken out of that race. So those are the 3 of the 4 playoff teams. But then the Ducks, the York Revolution, are charging hard right now, winning 8 of their last 10. And the Bees are all 3.5 games between each other, with 13 games go after tonight.
Yeah, and just hearing you say that, in my head I'm thinking, man, it's nice to be the Skeeters, and you're not really, that chaos is kind of out of your realm. You're not worried about that. Right now you're worried about staying healthy, setting up your rotation for the playoffs, and, again, staying healthy. That is the key, and Lancaster having a lot of trouble with that lately. So it's nice to be in the Skeeters spot, and you're kind of just, hey, let's get to the playoffs, let's be healthy, and, let's just set our rotation up for success.
Well, the guy who's at the helm of this Barnstormers team, who has guided them to the second-best overall record, is manager Ross Peoples. He actually spent an entire decade playing for the Barnstormers, the only player ever in the Atlantic League to spend that many years with one team. Then he became a coach, and then eventually he became the manager of this team, including winning the 2017 Atlantic League Manager of the Year, and he's been around since the very beginning of the franchise, including 2 titles with the Barnstormers and winning 1 against the Skeeters in 2014. When we come back, we'll hear from the Barnstormers skipper when I return here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really mattered.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Skeeters pregame show. Ira Liebman here with Barnstormers manager Ross Peoples. Ross, you were with the Barnstormers for 10 years as a player. You go from player to coach. How tough was that adjustment, just like any other job, going from, coworker to boss?
I think I say it's pretty tough. From going from player to coach, I think was a transition, and then obviously from coach to manager, I think is even a bigger transition. So it's definitely different. It's definitely your mindset to your state of mind to when you're coaching, you're more of you're into the game in a different way. You're thinking more. You got to think more about 25 guys and more of yourself. But
what was the bigger jump?
Probably to managing. From coaching to managing, I would say. Because all the decisions pretty much rely on you. So it's definitely a big jump. People ask me sometimes, what do you think the toughest thing as a manager to do is, and I think it's run the bullpen. I think that's probably the toughest thing to do is running the bullpen, because there's not a lot of people don't know actually what goes on, except maybe in-house. Whether it's a guy's not feeling well, or a guy threw 3 days in a row, and you're giving him a day off, and the fans want to know why ain't he in the eighth inning. That they don't know that he's thrown 3 days in a row, or he was down that day, or whatever. But I think running the bullpen is probably definitely the toughest thing to do as a manager.
Just a couple years into your manager career, last year you named the 2017 Atlantic League Manager of the Year. What would that mean to you?
Oh, it meant a ton. I mean, I never was expecting it. Didn't even have a clue I was even in the running. But, you know, however they come up with it was definitely a blessing, definitely surprising, and, you know, I definitely very happy to be able to get that, especially your first year. I think, you know, anytime you get a reward, it's always, you know, humbling, and you feel very blessed about it. So it definitely meant a lot to me, and it's something that, you know, I would never forget, you know, the rest of my life.
We're speaking to Barnstormers manager Ross Peoples. On top of being manager, you worked under Butch Hobson, was a great manager for the Barnstormers and several other teams. What did you learn most from Butch?
Pretty much the biggest thing I learned from Butch is
It is a beautiful Sunday. Hello, everybody at Constellation Field.
You know,
I have our first winner of the night.
You know,
this is Allison, and she is already a winner thanks to Air Plumbing. All right, Allison, you've won that plunger that you're holding, but that's not all. Do you see those two big yellow foul poles out there?
Kids and,
if any Skeeters player hits the ball like that during the game, you will be the winner of $500 thanks to Air Plumbing. And Shane, I got to know, who is our holiday cleaner?
One of those people is his son. What's it been like to be managed by Butch and now managing his son?
He's been great, you know, Casey's. He goes about his business the right way. You know, is he having a year he probably wants to have? No, he's not. But he, you know, he comes to the park ready to play, and he's definitely helped us defensively for sure. And you know, but you know, those two guys are they're alike. They're very alike. But Butch, you know, he gave me the coaching job, and you know, learning up under him and situations of how to handle them has been very key to me so far in my young coaching career.
Let's go to your playing career. You went to Middle Georgia State College. You drafted twice, first by the Rangers in the 42nd round in 1998, then the following year in the 45th round by the Mets in 99. Not a lot of difference in the rounds you were drafted. What made you come out a year later?
Well, I came out of high school, was a draft and follow. They wanted me to go to college for a year, so I went to college for a year, and pretty much it was I try to explain the story real quick that, you know, my parents was at a game my freshman year, and my dad just kind of asked, there was a scout up above him, and he pretty much kind of asked the guy, you know, what's he throwing, and the scout said, you know, I'm not supposed to be talking to you. And you know, my dad being my dad said, well, you know, I'm not the one that got drafted, you can talk to me. So the scout actually ended up saying, hey, I'm gonna leave this card on the bench, you know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, fill it out, and put it in a bag. So pretty much what he did. Next thing you know, I ended up getting drafted, you know, a month later by that team. So, you know, I guess it was kind of a surprise, but you know, they don't have draft and follows anymore. But I actually, once I got drafted by the Mets, I pretty much went draft and follow again. I signed at the University of Georgia, and pretty much used that as kind of a bargain deal, dealing with the Mets. But I kind of knew I wanted to go on and try the professional rank, so that's what I ended up doing.
We're speaking to Barnstormers skipper Ross Peoples. Now, your first full season in the Mets organization, have an unbelievable year. You're 9-3 with a 1.34 ERA. You're the New York Penn Pitcher of the Year. Pretty good start to your career.
Yeah, I did. I had a pretty good start. You know, 2000. You know, pretty good year in 2001. Start off 2002, very good too. Then I kind of started hitting the injury bug. I ended up having a surgery and came back. Struggled to come back. I was back and forth. Struggled a little bit. I went to back to start and then back to the bullpen. Made some spot starts. So you know, I kind of struggled coming back from that injury, and it didn't slow down because I ended up having 3 more. But you know, I tell a lot of guys now that come up, especially younger kids, I think that's the number one battle: staying healthy.
We're speaking to manager Ross Peoples for the Barnstormers. By 2005, you mentioned because the industry, you're with the Barnstormers. You're the only player in Atlantic League history to spend 10 years with one team. What made you stay in indie ball for a decade?
That's a good question. A very good question. I really do not know. I guess you can say the man upstairs had better plans than what I had. You know, I've even said, you know, if you would have told me I would have moved up to Lancaster, I would have told you it was a joke because I like the South. I'm from the South. I like the South. You know, me and my family's very close, so you know, just one of them things where the Lord led me to up there, and I came to, you know, they always ask me back. Made some good relationships up there, and next thing I know, I've been there for 10 years. So I definitely enjoy it, and it's a little different than where I'm from. It's a little bit faster. If you want to say, I'm from Cordell, Georgia, where I'm from is a small country town, farming, stuff like that. But I enjoy and don't regret a single minute of it.
You were with the Barnstormers from the beginning, first year of the franchise history. You're part of 2 championships, including the 2014 championship team that beat the Skeeters. You swept them in 3 games. What made that team so special? I can go over the 5 championships that I have in my career. I think I can look back on every one of them, and I can't necessarily say we was the most talented, but one thing I can say is we all played for each other. We all got along. We had a great clubhouse, and we all played for each other. We did what we had to do to, whether it's move the guy over or pick each other up or, whatever it might be. We played for each other, and I think that's what I think that's the key to being a successful team. I sit there and look at the 2006 season. We probably had the least talent in the whole league, and we ended up sweeping through the both. The first half, the second half swept through the playoffs, but, we were very close and very united. And, a lot of people that don't know much about baseball, a lot of stuff that goes on in the locker room carries over too. And, if you got a good clubhouse, a lot of times it's going to carry out onto the field to a point too. Speaking to Ross Peoples, manager for the Barnstormers, your team lost to the Skeeters in the first half, lost 6 of 7 here at Constellation Field. Looks like you're going to get into the playoffs. You have the second best overall record. It looks like in a worst case scenario, you'd be a wild card. What does this team have to do to win a championship?
You're like Dave. You try to shoot the bullet before it comes. So I try not to get into that too much of that. But hopefully we can. We're trying to fit into the wild card. Coming here that first half, we knew it was going to be tough. Sugar Land's always got a good team, and they have great pitching. And one thing when you're facing a team that has good pitching and defense is going to take you to the playoffs, and it's going to win you a championship. And all year they've had great pitching. And when you're facing a team that has great pitching, you got to limit your mistakes. You got to limit your mistakes. You got to take care of the baseball. And it's just like the first game of a doubleheader yesterday. It almost came to a point where who's going to make the first mistake? So who's going to win that game? And that's kind of how it came upon. But the Skeeters pitching is, been good all year, and when you face that, it's going to be a tough battle. You got to limit your mistakes throughout the whole game.
Former player, coach, now manager for the Lancaster Barnstormers, 2-time champ and manager of the year, Ross Peoples, back here on the Skeeters pregame show in just a moment.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com.
Thank you, Shane. I'm down here with Wyatt and Walker, and they are ready to get this game going. Take it away, guys. Play ball!
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Ira Lehman along with Kyle Van Hook. Time to take a look at the starting lineup of the visiting Lancaster Barnstormers. Darian Sanford will lead it off. He'll be in center. Batting second is the shortstop, Tyler Bortnick. In right, Blake Galen bats third. A cleanup hitter, and the DH is Ryan Castile. Josh Bell is at third. He'll bat fifth. Casey Hobson will bat sixth. He'll be at first. Second baseman Carlos Garcia in the seventh spot. Batting eighth, Anderson De La Rosa, the catcher. And batting ninth, left fielder Rico Noel. Defensively for the Skeeters, it is Barrett Barnes in left, Anthony Jansanti in center, Dennis Phipps in right. Around the infield diamond, Albert Cordero at third, Alvaro Rondon at short, his double play partner, and Daniel Robertson at second. Matt Chavez is at first, Derek Norris behind the dish. He'll be catching the Atlantic League ERA leader, former big leaguer left-hander James Russell. Russell comes in at 7-3 with a 2.35 ERA. This is his 18th appearance. It'll be his 16th start in 91 2/3. He has struck out 80 while walking an incredibly low 13 batters and allowed 84 hits. The 32-year-old right-hander is 6'4", 205, originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. He was drafted 3 different times. First time by the Mariners, 37th round in 2004, then the Mariners in 2005, and the Cubs in 2007. The first pitch is a strike one, 0-1, and we're underway. Game 10 and Game 4 of this series, Game 10 of this homestand. This one is popped up right side. Matt Chavez in foul territory near his own dugout. He's got room, and he brings it down, and quickly there's one away. Skeeters won 2 of the first 3 in this series, and the Skeeters are 6-3 on this homestand. Sugar Land with a win tonight would set a new franchise record for home victories in a season. They tied it last night by winning Game 2 of the doubleheader. After losing Game 1, 1-0, they won 3-2. That was the 50th win of the season, so a win here today would set a new record with still 6 more games at home for the final homestand the week after next. First pitch is a little bit high, 1-0 to Tyler Bortnick. Bortnick, 198, 5 home runs, 38 RBIs. Russell, last 3 starts, has been impressive. 1-0 with a 1.89 ERA, 19 innings. He has struck out 15 and walked 2. This one sky to center. Jansanti is there, and quickly 2 down here for Russell. Russell versus the Barnstormers this year in 2 starts, 2-0 with a .64 ERA, 14 innings, allowed just 12 hits, 12 strikeouts against just 1 walk. Well, this will most likely be the matchup they would see if the Skeeters play the Barnstormers, which is probably going to be the scenario. Skeeters will not face Terrell Harris in Game 1. Probably most likely see Russell against Reed. Lefty-lefty matchup here as Galen steps in. The first pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. First time against these Barnstormers was back on 6/27. Russell got the win, 7 innings of 1-run baseball. And the last time he faced them, 7 innings of shutout baseball on just 7 hits. So just 1 earned run in 14 innings. Been impressive against really everybody in the Atlantic League this year.
You want the book on him?
I want the book. I mean, I have the book.
You were waiting, weren't you?
I was. Well, this is my book. My book is 87 to 90 on his fastball, a sinker, a slider, a cutter, a change, and a curve. So pretty healthy arsenal.
Yeah. I've seen fastball 86, 88, slider 82, changeup 78. So I haven't seen the rest of it.
Check, swing up high, 3 balls and a strike. My big question is, a guy with this many pitches, why was he mostly a reliever at the big league level?
You know, I can't answer that. I remember, I think we talked last time, he played with my son. Now, they're still good friends. They converse on a regular basis.
The 3-1, a strike on the outside corner, 3-2.
He threw harder as an amateur, and when he was coming up, you know, probably never really a hard throwing, up in the 90, 94.
Okay. Payoff pitch here by the former big league southpaw. This one foul down the left side. Count remains full, 3-2. Now Russell has won each of his last 5 decisions, spanning a stretch of 9 starts. I know it's a 2.22 ERA over that time. His last loss was back on July 5th, and that was at York. Swung on a missed, strike 3. First K of the day. So a 3-up, 3-down inning here for Russell, a foul out, a fly out, and a strikeout. The Barnstormers do not score here in the top of the first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time when we return.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
This is Skeeters broadcaster Will Scott. Sugarland Unite! Get your postseason tickets now by calling the TDECU ticket office at 281-240-4487.
Well, Shane, Swatson's opponent's name is Hudson, and he is ready to run fast against the big green guy. All right, Hudson, go ahead and take your spot at first base. Swatson's over at second. Are you ready to go? Okay, on your mark. Get set. Go.
Their second title.
They are both off and running. Hudson's running fast as he's rounding second. It looks like Cassie's running out to see Swatson.
The perfect way to go outside and be active.
Oh,
your
is that
family
the
will enjoy
Swatson
the
word
thrill
search? Are
of a
you having
trampoline
problems?
that keeps them safe
Swatson's
and engaged
really good
all
at that,
year
but
long.
you know what?
Right
Swatson,
in your backyard.
it's not time for that because
Visit
Hudson just ran past you and
or
won the
online
race.
at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugarland Skeeters. Barrett Barnes in left leads it off. Anthony Jansanti in center bats second. Derek Norris is the catcher batting third. Cleanup hitter and DH is Juan Silverio. Matt Chavez at first bats fifth. Dennis Phipps will be in right batting sixth. At third, Albert Cordero bats seventh. Batting eighth, Daniel Robertson at second. And batting ninth, Skeeters shortstop Alvaro Rondon. Defensively for the Barnstormers, Rico Noel in left, Darian Sanford in center, Blake Galen in right. Josh Bell is at third, Vladimir Frias at short, Tyler Bortnick at second, Casey Hobson at first base, Anderson De La Rosa behind the dish, and on the mound, right-hander Terrell Harris. Harris 0-1 with a 7.44 ERA. This is his fourth appearance, his third start. 9 2/3, 13 Ks, but 8 walks and 10 hits allowed. 31-year-old right-hander, 6'4", 235 from Compton, California. Originally drafted in the 19th round by the Braves in 2009 out of the University of Tennessee. He's a volunteer, not for charity causes.
But he's straight out of Compton.
That's right.
Wow.
Well done.
Yeah.
Look at Kyle Van Hook.
He's in the park.
First pitch here is a strike. No balls and one strike to count. 9-9, a 3.14 over his 4-year pro career with 10 saves. He's appeared at an independent level for the Bridgeport Bluefish here in the Atlantic League, Texas Airhogs, the York Revolution, the Sonoma Stompers, and the Barnstormers now. 1-1 the count here on Barnes.
I was just in Compton earlier in August.
Really?
They have a Urban Youth Academy. They had some showcases there.
They have the RBI program over there, don't they? Trayvon Robinson, who got injured a couple of nights ago. We saw him leave in an ambulance in left field. He was a big part of that program. Got him
really nice complex in Compton.
Well, over his entire career, Harris 18-26 with a 4.30 ERA and 4 saves. The 2-1. That's when a strike on the outside corner to Barnes, 2-2. Barrett comes in at 256, 12 home runs and 50 RBIs on the season. Last time out for Harris, 5 1/3, 3 earned runs, 3 hits, no walks, 6 Ks, 83 pitches, 51 for strikes, and a no decision. It was a game that Barnstormers won 7-5 at Long Island. This one is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count here to Barrett Barnes. Barnes leads the Atlantic League with 66 walks. Also leads the Atlantic League with 16 hits. That's a lot of ways to get on base. Payoff pitch here from Harris to Barnes. Swung and fouled off. Getting it bad here to start off. Barnes with 4 leadoff home runs this season. Just underway, bottom of the first, no score. Ira Liebman along with former coach and Indian scout Kyle Van Hook.
Wait a minute. Did you say former Indian Scout? Do you know something I don't?
I was going to finish. Former coach and, I guess, current Indian Scout. There
you go.
Let's
insert the word current.
But we need to have a talk after the game.
Do we? Oh, yeah, that's right.
This one is on the outside corner, strike 3. Bring your playbook, by the way.
Yeah, bring all your stuff.
A 1 out here, none on. Anthony Jansanti steps in. What do they tell you? Bring your radar gun?
Yeah, you got to turn in your car, your radar gun, your stopwatch.
You don't have your own gun?
No. It's got a Cleveland Indians sticker on it right there.
Well, it doesn't mean that you didn't just stick it on there for show purposes.
No.
You know how you like to
I can't afford
things.
one of these things.
How much do one of those things go for?
About a brand new one, about $1,500.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say $300 or $400. This one is hit high and deep in the air to left center field. It's going to stay in the park, though. And right at the wall is Darian Sanford in left center field.
Wow.
No balls leaving in left over the course of this series. By the way, it is 81 degrees currently. We had a lot of overcast today and a lot of rain earlier. It looks like the rain has passed us, at least for the rest of the evening, maybe early tomorrow morning. 84% humidity and a southeast wind of 6 miles an hour coming in from left center. Wow, that is a lot of humidity. In steps Derek Norris, 263, 9 home runs and 50 RBIs for Derek. First pitch here by Harris is low and in, 1 ball and no strikes to count. No score here, bottom of the first. Couple of finals already around the Atlantic League. The Ducks win 7-3, stop their 4-game losing streak, and the Patriots win 9-6 over New Britain. Hot shot to third, but right at Josh Bell. He'll fire it across the diamond. Report Russell. Harris has a 1-2-3 inning himself. A strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout. We're through 1 inning of play. No score here from Sugar Land.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run. That
Thank
really
you, Shane.
mattered.
I am up here with Logan, and he is ready to test and see if he is smarter than a Skeeter. All right, Logan, I'm going to give you a category.
The owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas, at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to
so
the
today's
Lost Cajun.
category
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food: seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bisque, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Awesome job.
Hey, what's for
He
dinner
got
tonight?
13. That's very impressive. We asked Skeeters catcher Albert Cordero the same question. Let's see how many he got.
Restaurant, dine in, or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Alrighty, well, Coco got 8. Logan, you got 13. That means congratulations. You are smarter than a Skeeter. We're going to send it back up to you, Shane.
Skeeters.
We move to the top of the second. Skeeters lefty James Russell had a 1-2-3 first, so we will face the mid of the order here. 4, 5, and 6 in the top of the second. Ryan Castile, followed by Josh Bell and Casey Hobson. Castile comes in 3-11 with 12 home runs and 58 RBIs for the right-handed hitting DH. You ever seen a guy drafted as a DH?
No, I haven't.
Think anybody ever will be? One misses low and in.
I guess it would fall under the never say never category. I don't foresee it.
I mean, even a guy who's an absolute butcher, would you still draft him, say, as a first baseman or whatever?
I think so. I think you'd have to, and really, that's the really doesn't matter what, because it's funny. They'll say, we want him drafted as a shortstop. Well, you can do whatever you want to after you draft him. I don't know what
Felipe Paulino was drafted as a shortstop.
Yeah, what is it difference if you, as long as you draft him, you can do whatever you want to with him.
The 2-0 here from Russell. This one fouled off. Back into all right. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Castillo.
Which leads us into the discussion. Does Martinez get in the Hall of Fame? DH for Seattle.
I think he really needs to. When you have the designated hitter award named after you, you might want to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This one right down the middle, 2-2.
Edgar Martinez.
Yep.
I couldn't think of the first name.
I think he's going to get in eventually.
I do too. I agree with you. And I think he deserves to be in.
The 2-2 here from the left-hander. He'll kick and deal. And this one swung and served into right field. Dennis Phipps is there, and the Skeeters right fielder brings it in for out number 1. Josh Bell will step in. Bell, the switch hitter, will bat here from the right side against the Skeeters southpaw James Russell. 203, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. Who is the number 1 pick next year, do you know?
No, and I'll defend myself. The reason I don't, because I'm an area scout, I don't know what the other regions have. I can only read, publications, and I haven't looked that far ahead yet. There's a good chance that Bobby Witt Jr. will be in the top 3 or 4 taken.
Yeah, I hear he's going to be number 1 most likely.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance. He's got everything going for him to be considered for that spot.
And it'll probably be the Orioles, I would think. This one is fouled off to the right side. Chavez, a chase, but he runs out of room.
They're leading the race for that distinction of having the number 1 pick, aren't they?
I don't think it's really that close.
They're running away with it.
I mean, there's something like 50 games out of first place.
I've seen the word historically bad season.
Well, that's not Cleveland Spiders or anything like that, Mr. Cleveland Indians, but it's not far off.
Yeah.
They used to swap it every other year, American League, National League. So on a little blooper, right side, diving stop by Daniel Robertson. The throw to first in time. What a play by the Skeeters' former big leaguer. Robertson on the outfield grass, dove to his left, which I always think is the toughest move for a second baseman to his left. Got up and threw out Bell. 5 up, 5 down to start this one for Russell. That'll bring in the left-hander hitting Casey Hobson. The first baseman comes in at 207, 8 home runs, and 34 RBIs.
I guess you could go da-da-da on that on Web Gym. Would you say that's a Web Gym?
They did out there, yeah. Yeah, the Orioles are 53.5 games behind the Red Sox. But hey, a winning streak, and they're right back in this thing.
Come on now.
They're 40-97, so they will not break the 62 Mets record.
Oh, he tried it
again. This one is through the right side. This one out of the reach of Robertson, way to his left. That's the first hit. That'll bring up the string now of 5 straight retired by Russell. What year was it? What was it, 86 when the Orioles started 0-21? I think this team's actually worse, if that's even possible.
That's hard to do. And the rumors are abound that the situation there will be blown up, new GM, new manager, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I really like Buck Showalter as a manager, but you can, only do so much of what you have. He hasn't had pitching in 4 years. I don't know how they expect you to do anything. This one swung and popped up right side. Does Chavez have a play? He does not. Just over the Skeeters dugout, now 6 rows back.
Well, unfortunately, you know who gets the blame for most of the losses?
The scouts. You haven't gotten us any pitching.
Sometimes we do. As a matter of fact, there's a divide usually between player development and scouting. That for the history of the game has always been a little rift. The player development guys say, we can't do anything with these scouts you're sending us, and the scouts say, they were good players when we sent them to you. You've screwed them up. So.
The 0-1. This one way inside. 1-1 here on Garcia.
And there are clubs that try to bridge that gap and bring them together and have, kumbaya sessions with marshmallows and fires. And
have you ever been to one of those kumbaya sessions on the beach, chanting and whatnot?
Yeah, no, not on the beach. I'll have it outside the locker room.
The 1-1 hit high and deep in the air to left field. This is going to leave, and just like that, it is 2-0 Barnstormers here in the top of the second. on the first home run of the year by Carlos Garcia. We've seen so many balls die out there in left center field, but he hit it just a little bit further to left over that manual scoreboard, and he got it out of here, and it's a 2-0 lead for Lancaster.
And it wasn't a cheap one either.
No, it was not.
James's expression after he saw the ball hit was kind of like, I can't believe he just did that.
He allowed just one home run in 14 innings against this team in his previous 2 starts. Now allows 2 here in the second. Well, ends up Anderson De La Rosa, the catcher, 210, a home run and 13 RBIs. The lefty will wind and deal here. And this one is a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes. You know, it's so puzzling. You know, playoffs could go a million different ways, but they have absolutely struggled against the Skeeters, the Barnstormers, as this one is served into center field. That is going to be a base hit here for Anderson De La Rosa. So after getting the first 2 out, well, that was a single to Casey Hobson, the home run to Carlos Garcia, and now another single here to Anderson De La Rosa. And this is 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup, and number 9 hitter Rico Noel stepping in. But back to the Barnstormers. Skeeters have really dominated, especially here at home. Overall, in the season series, it's, I wouldn't say completely lopsided. Skeeters leading the series 11-7. They're 8-2, however, here at Constellation Field, just 3-5 at Clipper Magazine Stadium. But despite having the second best overall record in the Atlantic League, I mean, over the last 2 meetings between these 2 teams, the Skeeters have really dominated.
Is that Clipper Magazine as in a magazine publication or magazine gun magazine?
Nope. Magazine publication.
Okay.
They set up inside. The 0-1 swung and missed, 0-2. So far for Russell, 28 pitches, 18 for strikes, 10 for balls. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in, 1 on, 2-0 Barnstormers here. Now sets up inside, this one high and tight, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. This is also the last Sunday night game of the regular season. Last homestand and last Sunday game on September 16th will be a 2:05 start. The next pitch by Russell will be pitch number 30 here in the second. The 1-2 from the lefty. Swung and poked foul down the right side. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It'll make for a short night after that Spasmatics concert.
Oh, Spasmatics are on Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay,
Yep.
okay. I thought they were on Saturday.
Nope.
Well,
Got
just
fireworks on Saturday because the Spasmatics are on at Friday, and then a Sunday afternoon affair, a matinee, a day game. The 1-2, swung and missed, strike 3, and that will do it. Second K of the day, and there is 3 away. Strike first. They get 2 runs on the first home run of the year by Carlos Garcia, and in the middle of the second is a 2-0 Barnstormers lead.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hey folks,
Salon
this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun
Beta
in
Concept
Rosenberg,
Salon
Texas.
in Sugarland, locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let
I'm
our
over here in
Beta
section
trained
18,
stylists
row
take
D
you to
with the
highest
Johnson
level of
family, and they were
satisfaction
upgraded to
with
the best
latest
seats in the
techniques
house
for
thanks to
coloring,
Fort Bank Kia.
highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season. So start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Bottom of the second inning, meat of the order for the Skeeters after going 1-2-3 in the first. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Juan Silverio, Matt Chavez, Dennis Phipps. Skeeters now trail 2-0, so Terrell Harris has his first lead of the game to work with. Silverio, 322, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. That'll be a righty-righty matchup. Silverio stands very deep in the box, feet close together, a slightly open stance from the right side. One low and away, gets past De La Rosa. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Well, Silverio is hitting 19 of his last 20 games, hitting at a .364 pace as well. Going 28 for 77, a home run and 19 ribbies. The 1-0. This one a little bit tight. He turns out of the way of that one at 2-0. What do you got on Mr. Harris?
Well, so far, just fastballs 89-90. No breaking balls the first inning, none so far this inning.
So 12 pitches, all fastballs? Wow. That doesn't seem conducive to pitching. This one is low. Is there a difference, 2-seam, 4-seam at least, or no?
I can't really tell from up here. That looked like it might have been a cutter, but it was still 88, so I think it's more in line with his fastball.
Kind of surprised me a guy would do that. 12, 13 pitches into a game. Isn't the art of pitching deception and different speeds? And it says high and outside, ball 4.
But it's working for him so far until then.
A leadoff batter on here with a free pass. Juan Silverio. That'll bring in Matt Chavez. Chavez 326, 11 home runs, 68 RBIs. Chavez last 8 games. He is 7 for 29, just a 241 mark. That's a rare slide. It's only a short group of games for Chavez, just so consistent. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1 on, none out for Sugarland. So when a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. Chavez tied for 3rd in the Atlantic League in hitting at 326. Tied for 6th in RBIs with those 68. Tied for 8th in doubles with 20. Harris 15 pitches so far, but more balls than strikes. 7 strikes, 8 balls. The 0-1. This one is a strike on the outside corner.
And there was
no
your
balls
first,
and 2 strikes to count.
First breaking ball.
Was that a changeup?
Curveball.
Two runs on 3 hits for the Barnstormers. No runs on no hits for the Skeeters. See if they go back outside. They do. And this one is chopped foul off of 3rd. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Harris, his pace slowing down quite a bit.
Just went 2 curveballs in a row, Ira. 75-77 on the curveball.
Dangerous is it throw 2 straight curveballs. Guys sit on it after that first one?
Yeah.
The 0-2, this one fouled down the right side. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Chavez going through his routine. Now he gets back in. The 0-2. This one in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Skeeters looking to take 3 of 4 in this series and set a new home win mark, which would be 51 if they win here this afternoon or evening. What's going on with Harris? His pace has suddenly come to a stop.
You were reading my mind. I was just thinking about our delay of games yesterday with the pitchers and thought Mr. Harris is.
This one swung and missed. Strike 3 here on Chavez. Is that a slider?
Curveball. 74. It had more slider action.
Slurvy.
I would. 74. I have a hard time categorizing a slider that's in that velocity range.
A radar gun worth every dollar of that $1,500.
That's right. You can get a refurbished one or used one for about $800.
I'll have to keep that in mind. 1 on, 1 out here. Skeeters trailing 2-0. Bottom of the second. Dennis Phipps steps in. First pitch to Phipps. He actually steps out as the ball was on the way, but takes the first strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
I noticed the speed gun here at the stadium's working.
Yeah, I can't see it with that pole in the way, though, so I don't know if it's working well. Phipps last 9 games, 9 for 29, a .310 mark, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Throw to first, but Silvera got in easily. Silvera's got, I don't know if I would call it sneaky speed, but he's got more speed than people give him credit for. He's leaning. He's got a big lead now. Let's see if Harris goes over there again. Long hold. Comes home, though. It's been grounded to second. Slow roller. I don't think they'll be able to get 2. They get a second for 1. The relay to first, though. Wow. They get Phipps. They go down 4-6-3. And that'll do it here for the Skeeters. So the leadoff walk goes to waste as Harris has still faced the minimum 6 through 2. It is 2-0 Barnstormers here.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on, for someone that I can trust and feel safe with, for someone that isn't just after me for my money, someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in New Territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Top of the third inning. Darian Sanford, Tyler Bortnick, Blake Galen, top of the order for the Barnstormers, who lead 2-0 here. Sanford fouled out to first baseman Matt Chavez his first time up. He is 0 for 1. They've kept Sanford quiet and off the base paths in this series, as he leads the Atlantic League with 69 steals rather. First pitcher a strike as he squares to bunt. Switch to batting here from the right side against Skeeters lefty James Russell. He has 9 for his last 36, equates to a 250 mark. The 0-1, so on a chop foul off of third. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Still a little gloomy looking. A lot of weather in the area for the rest of the week. Skeeters will be out of town, luckily. And lovely Southern Maryland and New Britain. This one is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sanford came in at 277, no home runs, 29 RBIs. The 1-2. Swung and a miss, strike 3. Third K of the day, and there is one away here for James Russell. So 1 out, none on here for Tyler Bortnick. Bortnick flew out to center his first time up. Comes in at 198, 5 home runs and 38 ribbies. Bortnick, an all-star last year here in the Atlantic League. That was with the Patriots, though. He hit 273, 2 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 11 steals in 71 games. And spent time in 2015 here with the Barnstormers. He had 280 that year, a home run, 23 ribbies in 52 games. The 1-0 is down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Russell gets the side. Let's see where Norris sets up here. Russell set up outside, and this one is high and outside, 3-0. Skeeters trailing 2-0 here in the top half of the third inning. Bortnick spent 2016 in the Tiger system at Lakeland, Erie, and Toledo. So all 3 levels, Advanced A, AA, and AAA. So right down the middle for a strike. 3-1. Last year split time between Milwaukee's AA and AAA, Biloxi and Colorado Springs. Also played for the Patriots. So on broken bat, little blooper. And Rondon, that turned out to be an extremely tough play. A broken bat, little soft blooper. And Rondon didn't know whether to keep charging and try to grab it before it hit the ground or play it on a hop. And played it on the hop, and it just kind of scooted past him.
Yeah, that was a really, really tough decision to make. If he he probably his only chance was to come try and catch it, because if he waits back, he's not going to get him on the run, I don't think.
See how they score that. Would you score a hit or an error?
I could go either way. I'm more inclined to say it's an error, but it was such a tough play. I could go either way.
They're going to score a single.
They did?
Yep.
Okay.
Blake Galen steps in. Galen with that big home run in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday in the 7th, which was a 7-inning game, as the Barnstormers won 1-0. Skeeters will win by a run in game 2, 3-2. Come from behind victory. And we're down 2-1. More and more, it seems like Galen might be the player of the year here in the Atlantic League. This one, a soft liner hit into right field. That is out number 2. Retreating to first is Bortnick, and in steps the cleanup hitter Ryan Castile. Castile flying out to right his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Interesting note on Harris, pitcher here for the Barnstormers. Might find this interesting as well. So Harris in 2010 spent some time in Rome, and then the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, and then the Mississippi Braves. And while at Mississippi on August 3rd, he teamed with Julio Teheran for the second no-hitter in Mississippi team history. First one was by Tommy Hansen in 2008. Being part of a no-hitter is always an interesting one. Big overhand curve up high, 1 ball and no strikes. Harris was then dealt with Jeffrey Lorick and Robinson Lopez, both of the fellow second-year pros and reliever to the Cubs for Derek Lee, only 15 days after his combined no-no.
So you throw a no-no and get traded.
Yep, hot commodity. This one a shot past Chavez down the right field line. Phipps cuts it off before he gets to the corner. Let's see if they wave around Bortnick. Nope, they're going to hold him at the last second. It'll be a double by Castile. And there'll be runners on second and third here with 2 down. For Castile on the season, that is a double number 20 for him. Now a base hit here with 2 down would make it 4-0. Barnstormers, let's see if Russell can get out of this.
Oh, and Chavez almost got it. If he does, it's going to be a double play.
Yeah, Chavez terrific defensively at first all year. In steps Bell, the player coach. First pitch is in the dirt, smothered by Norris. 1 ball and no strikes to count here. Bell with runners in scoring position and 2 down, hitting .056. Just 1 for 18, no home runs and 1 RBI. That's what the mathematical geniuses call not clutch. The 1-0. This one a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. 2-0 Barnstormers here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Check swing. Did he go? Of course he didn't go. Whoa, we got a strike call. My goodness. First one of the series. The first appeal at first. That resulted in a strike.
And I think might have been the least candidate for a swing. It did. He didn't even come close to going.
So Dykstra yesterday almost go all the way around, called a check swing. And that one he barely checked. The 1-2. Josh misses inside under the hands of Bell. It was very close. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 on. And again, the Barnstormers up 2-0 here in the top half of the 3rd. Russell now closing in on 50 pitches here in the 3rd. Bullet down the 3rd base side, foul. This next pitch will be number 50. So far 30 for strikes and 19 for balls. This is very un-James Russell-like. That's when a guy dominates consistently. You expect them to be that way every day, but it is not a video game.
I think one of Corey Kluber's last outings, he got rocked pretty good, so we all have bad days.
Yep. The Yankees match up with the Indians again. They own Kluber. I don't know what it is about the Yankees and Kluber.
Yeah.
He's so good. Got another shot at Cy Young this year. The 2-2 way inside. Who do you think wins the Cy Young in the AL? It's pretty. I think probably about a 3-man race, maybe 4.
It's a good question. I'm not. I mean, Kluber's always there. Who's the other one? Verlander?
No, I would say Severino from the Yankees,
Yeah.
who has 17 wins. Snell, I think, is the guy under the radar. He just got his 17th win last night of Tampa. This one is high, ball 4. It's first walk of the game for Russell, and that loads the bases here. And Cole, I would say, of the Astros is in that race probably. Well, Russell can just not get out of this inning. Down at 3rd is Bortnick. At 2nd is Castile, and now on at 1st with the walk is Bell. They'll bring in the left-hand hitting Casey Hobson. Hobson always dangerous here in these situations with the bases full. Now wind has died down, so he could have a shot at hitting one out to left. We saw Galen do it yesterday, a rare feat here for a left-handed hitter. First pitch misses for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Hobson on the season with the bases full, hitting just 200, 2 for 10. No home runs, 7 RBIs. This one fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike here on KC. 2-0 the Barnstormers leading here in the top of the 5th. 2 runs on 5 hits. Skeeters no runs on no hits. Lefty-lefty matchup here for Russell, trying to get out of a bases-loaded jam. This one is going to be into right field, so he's not going to get out of it. Bortnick scores. They're going to wave home Castile. The throw to the plate is in time. arguing that he got around the tag, but it is a 3-0 Barnstormers. As Casey Hobson had 2 for 2 with an RBI. So Bortnick scores, and Castile is nailed at the plate. Don't run on Dennis Phipps. He has a cannon. I'll have to do it here. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Middle of the third. It is now a 3-0 Barnstormers lead.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball.
Alrighty, thanks, Shane. I have Tristan and Miguel down here, and they are ready to see how smart they are in a best-of-3 trivia contest. All right, guys, the questions will be up there on the board. Wait till I finish reading before you ring the bell. If the first person gets it wrong, I will give the second person a chance to answer. All right, let's look at that first question. How many sides does an octagon have?
Family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark.
8 is correct. 1 point for Tristan. Question number 2. Which American state is called the Green Mountain State?
Saturdays at 4 p.m., it's the Top 40 Block Party on Sweet 96, sponsored in part by your Plumber
Nebraska is incorrect. Do you have a guess, Tristan?
They're called your Plumber for Life because once you use Steinmetz,
West Virginia is also incorrect. The correct answer was Vermont. Question number 3. How long does it take for the Earth to spin once on its axis?
24 hours.
24 hours is correct, or 1 day. That means that Tristan is going to be our winner of Ring the Bell, brought to you by Belhaven University. Back up to you, Shane.
Barnstormers get 1 more run as we move to the bottom of the third. Skeeters are down 3-0, and number 3 steps to the plate in Albert Cordero. 7, 8, and 9, bottom of the order here in the bottom of the third. Cordero, Daniel Robertson, and Alvaro Rondon. Cordero, the switch hitter, batting here from the left side. So far, Harris has faced the minimum 6. He walked the leadoff man in the second, raced on a double play to end the inning. First pitch by the righty. This one is off the outside corner, 1-0. Cordero comes in at 295, 10 home runs, 55 ribbies. Cordero hitting .340 over his last 26 games, going 33 for 97. He's hit in 20 of those 26. The 1-0, a strike down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. You ever scouted a guy and maybe eventually he got drafted where had good tools? I mean, from offense to defense, but really one of those low baseball IQ kind of guys, you know, doesn't, even though he might have some speed, always gets thrown out because he doesn't read the outfielders or pitchers well. He doesn't do the little things right. Does that hamper a guy like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a guy with tools is always going to get drafted, you know, because tools are hard to find. But, you know, if they don't have the instincts, it's going to hurt their draft status. And the guys that have instincts with lesser tools.
It's one swung and a missed, strike 3. Third strikeout. Harris looking terrific here today. That's why they say you play the game. On paper, this looked like a complete and utter mismatch. James Russell, 7-3, leads the Atlantic League with a 2.35 ERA. And Harris here is 0-1 with a 7.44 ERA. Yet Harris is dominating, and he is up 3-0 over Russell and the Skeeters.
And I'll go ahead and jinx him and say he's got a no-hitter. So that means we'll get it.
That's the reverse jinx.
Yes, exactly.
I don't really buy into that. I mean, I've been part of a combined broadcast 7-inning no-hitter, and we talked about it.
I was in Ranger Stadium when Kenny Rogers had a perfect game.
That's right.
Many, many, many years ago.
The 1-0 is when I strike one. And the problem with Kenny Rogers, and there are many, was that the fact every outing.
The singer or the baseball player?
Either. I'd like to see the singer hit a ball, and I'd like to see the player play the guitar and sing, but that's a whole nother story.
Exactly.
This one is a strike on the outside corner, 1-2 to here to Robertson. He had basically every game out there, he had in his mind, pitch a perfect game because anyone that got to first, I've never seen a guy so distracted in my life. You could have the slowest catcher in the league, 4, 5, 6 throws over there. It was ridiculous. As long as he had nobody out, he was great. This one plunked into right field. A nice running catch by Blake Galen to his right. There's out number 2. I mean, really was not just distracted, but he lost complete focus.
Lost concentration.
I don't know how he did it.
It's funny, the night I went, I was with my wife and we were with another couple. Our kids were young. We were up there on vacation going to Six Flags, and we were up in the nosebleed seats. About the 6th inning, I looked at my buddy and I said, my buddy looked at me and he said, he's got a no-hitter, doesn't he? I went, yeah, he does. I went, and I was coaching at the time. I said, matter of fact, I think he's got a perfect game. And then the buzz started happening in the crowd, and it was electric those last 3 innings.
It's so weird. That's the one time in baseball where everyone looks forward to the defense.
Yeah. And I believe it was Rusty Greer made a diving catch in center field in the 8th that preserved the perfect game, and then he got it in the 9th, and people were going nuts. And, of course, my wife was going, what is it? What's happening? What's going on?
The 0-1. This one hit into left center field. Darian Sanford there. And there's the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Harris. He has faced the minimum. Has not allowed a hit yet. A third of the way through into the third inning. It is still 3-0 Barnstormers here over the Skeeters.
Nora Ann's Flower Shop offers the most beautiful floral arrangements in the Sugar Land area. Let certified Texas master florist Nora Sims create something custom just for you, or pick up something beautiful and ready to impress from her shop at 15510 Lexington Boulevard in Sugar Land, between Highway 6 and Williams Trace. Locally owned and operated for over 21 years, you can trust Nora to make your floral visions come to life. Same-day delivery is available in most cases. 281-491-5858. 281-491-5858.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
We move to the top of the 4th. Skeeters trailing 3-0. Carlos Garcia, who made it 2-0 with a 2-run shot, his first of the year, will lead it off here, and he swings and misses at the first pitch offered by Russell 0-1. He'll be followed by Anderson De La Rosa and Rico Noel. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 here in the top of the 4th. Garcia came in batting .273, now has the home run and 17 ribbies. The 0-1. Swung and missed. No balls and 2 strikes to count.
I'm laughing because he hit the fastball out of the park, and he's swinging like he's going to get another one. The first 2 are off speed.
He's probably not going to get another one, is he?
I don't think so. Unless he got 0-2, he might throw one up and away, try and get him to chase. But
he set him way inside here. This one low and in, so no fastballs here.
No.
3 runs on 6 hits for the Barnstormers, no runs on no hits for the Skeeters, no errors on either side of the ledger. The 1-2 here from Russell. This one swung in, hit sharply down the left side, so he got a fastball and he jumped on it.
Yeah, he did.
I think there are guys who hit certain pitchers' fastballs well, but not their other pitches. Or
I'm sure there is, and they probably got the stats on everybody, like
The 1-2. This one swung and a miss, strike 3. What was that?
That was some type of a slider, cutter, or something.
Strikeout number 4 on the night for Russell. A 1 out, none up for Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa singled after the home run by Garcia in his first at bat. He's 1 for 1. Skeeters trailing 3-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning. The Skeeters lose this game, they will split this series. They will have taken 3 of 4. Russell's first pitch here to the right-hand hitting catcher is a strike. No balls and 1 strike the count here. De La Rosa just 2 for his last 18. It's a 111 mark. Number his last 6. So in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, 3-0 Barnstormers here in the 4th. Ira Liebman along with my cohort, Kyle Van Hook.
I was just thinking, are other stadiums in this league as nice as this one?
Yeah, this is the
jewel
of the Atlantic League, even though Somerset claims that all the time. So on a ground ball to short, charging it is Rondon. And throw it to first, and here's 2 down. Yeah, Somerset announces their stadium. The PA guy goes, "Welcome to TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League." Not quite.
Not really. Are the other ones older? Is that why they're not as nice? Okay.
Just more money and nicer built park here.
I mean, you go to Whataburger Stadium in Corpus, a AA park. You go to Round Rock, a AAA park.
Round Rock is compared a lot to this park.
Yeah, this is very similar to both of them.
I mean, this is in the top 5% in the whole country of minor league facilities. Yeah. This one is a strike. Great off-speed pitch there by Russell. Catches the bottom of the zone, 0-1.
Does the city own the park?
Most of it, yes.
What do you mean most of it?
The Skeeters own a small percentage.
Oh, okay.
This one is fouled off to the right side, 0-2.
Was it publicly funded?
No.
No.
No balls and 2 strikes to count. Skeeters trailing 3-0 here in the top half of the 4th.
Well, what a great place to come watch the game. They got the basketball courts out there in left center.
And this one on the inside corner, strike 3. Second strike of the inning. 5th K of the day. And there is 3 away. 3 up, 3 down. Middle of the 4th. Skeeters trailing 3-0. We'll see if they can chip into the lead when we return here in a moment.
Hey folks, this is Blaine Law, the owner of the Lost Cajun in Rosenberg, Texas at the Brazos Town Center. I'd like to introduce you to the Lost Cajun.
This is Griff, the Lost Cajun, and we're so glad to be in Rosenberg, Texas. Come out, folks, and meet us. Try some great food, seafood gumbo, chicken and sausage gumbo, crawfish etouffee, red beans and rice lobster bisque, and jambalaya. Les bon temps roulés. Let the good times roll.
Oh, they got that food to go in there. Cater that Gator too. 281-762-0512.
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home
well,
and
Shane,
on the road.
This is Wyatt, and he is out here celebrating his 6th birthday tonight. Let's make some noise for him.
2018 Atlantic League Championship.
Okay, well, we are going to sing happy birthday to Wyatt, but I need your help. So happy birthday on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation.
spring-free trampoline.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Skeeters trailing 3-0. See if they can begin rectifying that by sending up the top of the order. Barrett Barnes, Anthony Jansanti, Derek Norris, 1, 2, and 3 against Ready. Terrell Harris, who has faced the minimum, has walked one, struck out 3, is not allowed to hit. This one, Barnes has to actually duck underneath. 1 ball and no strikes to count. What is Harris doing well so far from what you've gathered?
It's hard to explain other than this. I think he's just mixing it up. You know, again, maybe the crafty righty stuff.
I think he's coined that phrase now. That's yours.
80, you know, he's 89-90. He's not overpowering. The breaking ball is just okay. It may just be one of those nights for the Skeeters, but he's not doing anything that I can see that's special.
Right now, 33 pitches, 21 for strikes. There's another strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Barnes. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Barnstormers. No runs on no hits for the Skeeters. The 2-1 coming here from the right-hander. He'll wind and deal here to Barnes. This one is low and away, 3-1. Barnes 4th in the Atlantic League with a .393 on-base percentage. Also 2nd in runs scored with 78. He's missed over 3 weeks this season with an injury.
What kind of injury do you have to miss 3 weeks? That's something pretty serious, huh?
The 3-1. It was a while ago. I want to say it was a hamstring.
Hamstring. Yeah, you know, those do take a long time to heal.
3 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Little man got him a baseball. He's excited.
Got the ricochet.
Yeah.
Harris now closing in on 40 pitches here in the 4th. Payout pitch coming here to Barnes. He'll kick and deal the 3-2. This one, wow. High, I guess. Looks pretty good.
Your guess is as good as mine.
A second walk issued by Harris, and of course Barnes always a threat to run with 20 steals, and intercepts Anthony Jansander. Just missed a home run in his first trip to the plate. Flew out to left field. He is 0 for 1. Keep in mind Harris in his last start went 5 1/3 in just his second start. He's thrown 81 pitches in his first, 83 in his second, so probably that'll be about his max, unless Calvin Hooks his coach, and then he expects him to go 100 pretty much from at the first get-go.
Absolutely. Milk him as long as you can.
There's a fine line between milking and burning a guy out.
Are ruining the guys?
Yes, that's what I'm not implying, but I'm saying. Or the first Barnes gets back. When you're scouting a guy, do you look at, I remember talking to a lot of the managers in A-ball when I first started broadcasting, as this one is in the dirt but blocked by De La Rose, and I said, you know, do you put bigger stock in a guy who's come from a bigger school, the University of Miami, stuff like that? And he said no, because they tend to burn those guys out. Do you look at that as a scout when you're drafting a guy, that maybe they're overusing them way too often to win a national championship?
Well, you'll look at their innings pitch, you know, and like that's why you see an occasional guy that gets drafted and they shut him down the rest of the summer because he's already reached the 100-inning plateau or whatever. I'm not sure you can make a blanket statement to say all the big schools overuse their guys. It's just individual. Rice has had a reputation of, you know, overusing guys.
The 1-0, Barnes starts and stops. So if you're looking at a guy's amount of innings over his 3 or 4 year college career, would you ever look at an amount of innings and say, no way, this guy's going to burn out quickly as a pro?
You might, yeah. I could see that. I've never heard it really happening, because you're more interested in the stuff and his effectiveness and how you think it plays and his projectability, how far you think he's going to get.
Another soft toss over to first. Barnes gets back easily. 1-1 the count on Jan Santee.
But along the lines of scouting guys from major programs, there are some clubs that are starting to eliminate junior colleges, D2s and D3s, and concentrating only on D1s.
Interesting.
Because the numbers show.
So low and away. Throw down to first by the catcher, De La Rosa. Barnes gets back again. 2-1 here on number 21, Anthony Jan Santee.
The numbers are showing that the majority of big leaguers come from D1s.
I would think you're a better player overall if you're playing at a D1 school.
Yeah. And those clubs are going to acknowledge that, yes, we'll miss the occasional big leaguer that comes from a JC, a D2 or D3, but our percentages say we're going to be better off scouting the bigger schools.
So by that logic, wouldn't you be less inclined to take a high school guy?
Only the cream of the crop.
The 2-1, there goes Barnes. The throw down to second is in time. I don't even think he made it to the base. Oh, caught stealing there. Goes down 2-6.
Wow, that's a. I guess he had his green light and he went on his own. But anyway, you're going to miss some guys. But and what was your question again? I'm
a high school guy. Would
you
be
high
less
school
inclined? You said the cream of the crop?
And I'm not going to name names, but the clubs that I know of that are taking that approach.
It's one inside, ball 4. So Jan Santee walks. Third walk of the game for Harris.
Are going to just eliminate all but the top 75 to 100 players, high school players across the country.
So basically, if you're talking about the cream of the crop from high school, obviously with a pitcher, it's some guy throwing 98 to 100. What's the cream of the crop hitting-wise? Just a guy that shows a lot of power?
No, hitability and power, and not just power, but more more or less hitability. You think he's going to hit for average in the big leagues?
But in this day and age where there's so much emphasis on home runs, as a guy who's hitting, I don't know, 450 to 500, who doesn't hit really for almost any home runs, is he a guy who's the cream of the crop?
It depends on the position. You're going to profile. We have what we call profiles. You want your center fielder, shortstop, middle infielder to be defensive oriented with speed options that can, and as you've alluded to the last few days, they've become more offensive positions.
I mean, it seems like there's no position where they don't expect you to hit at least 20 home runs now. There's no speedy leadoff, Goodwin type of guys.
Yeah, I mean, the first and third basemen have been typically a power first position. That's changing.
It's changing?
Yeah.
How so?
Just you don't expect the big power numbers from them like
why
you used to. You just I'm not sure I know why. Just that's the way it's going.
I mean, you don't think most third basemen are hitting 20, 30 home runs still?
Yeah, but used to be you were looking for 30 to 40 out of it.
I gotcha. But it used to be your center fielder, shortstop, and second baseman are all good glove, okay hitters, had speed.
Right. Speed,
now all of
defense.
them have to hit home runs.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Francisco
and
Lindor.
I'm not sure if we got to this subject the other day. We may have. I'm an old man. I forget stuff. But I don't know if I've told you how it's perplexing to me that on the major league level, we don't care if they strike out.
No.
Heading towards historically high strikeout numbers.
If we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
More strikeouts than hits.
More strikeouts
this year.
than hits. If we end up to be the first time in the history of Major League Baseball. Yet on the amateur level, the guys we're scouting, they really scrutinize the walks versus strikeouts. And if a guy's got more walks and strikeouts on the amateur level in high school or college, they seem to get excited about that and go, "Whoa, wait a minute! Isn't there a little bit of hypocrisy here?" As to, but they sign the paychecks and. I'm a grunt down here doing my job.
2-2 coming here to Norris. They set up a low and away. And the pitch by Harris swung and a missed strike 3. That's Harris's 4th strikeout. There's walk 3. He struck out 4 now. Still is not allowed to hit. Effectively wild, as Kyle would say. So 1 out, 1 on. Excuse me, 2 outs, 1 on. As Juan Silverio will step in, the cleanup hitter, who was the first of the 3 walks. So why do things change at the major league level? For instance, going from the lowest level of minor league baseball through AAA, guys stay in the box. They get to the major league level and suddenly they step out. You're talking about walk to strikeout ratio has to be a certain way. When it gets to the big league level, that goes out the window. Why would it be consistent all the way through until the last and most important level?
Well, the things like stepping out of the box, the big leaguers have their own rules that they're,
Yeah, but you see a guy going from, he did that his whole career in his rookie year in the majors, it completely changes.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of the stuff I can't answer. As far as why the difference in philosophy when we're scouting players and strikeouts and walks meaning more than I don't understand it, and I've not been able to get an answer. It's kind of a touchy subject that you don't want to broach too many times because you might upset the apple cart and they might think you're questioning.
There's an apple cart here?
Oh yeah, there's always it's right by the book. Okay.
Apples. This one is swung on and fouled into the net. 1-2. 2 outs. 1 on. Skeeters leading 3-0. Scoreboard says 1 out, but trust me, it's 2. There it goes.
They heard you.
Oh, they're listening. Believe me.
Isn't everybody?
No. They have the broadcast production over on that side. The 1-2 pitch from Harris way outside. Del Rosetta shift to his right and his knees to keep that one from going to the backstop. As far as Jan Santi hasn't taken off yet. When Silveri was down 1-2. He was down 3-0.
He looked a little jumpy that last pitch. I thought he might be going.
Jumpy, you say, eh?
Jittery, jumpy, anxious.
Lots of synonyms. I'm impressed. Where'd you go to school?
TCU, Texas Christian University.
Go Horned Frogs.
There you go.
Ron Doan leading the team with 32. Jan Santi 1 behind at 31. So on swung and missed strike 3, and that'll do it. Second straight strikeout, 5th K of the day. And there are 3 away. So he walks 2 in the inning, strikes out 2, and gets a caught stealing. We are through 4. Your score. It is Barnstormers 3 and the Skeeters 0.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
We are La Casina. Go Skeeters!
Ira Lehman along with Kyle Van Hook. We move to the top of the 5th. Skeeters are trailing 3-0. Skeeters lefty and former big leaguer James Russell back to the hill. First pitch to Darian Sanford, grounded to short. You always have to hurry with the speedy Sanford running. Rondon gets him easily, and there's one away. 6-3 on the putout from the Skeeters shortstop. One out, none off for Tyler Bortnick, who is flatted to center. Singled and scored. Scored the third run. Would have been 2 runs that inning if Ryan Castile wasn't thrown out of play by another great throw in right field by the Skeeters' Dennis Phipps. 3 runs on 6 hits here for the Barnstormers. No runs on no hits yet for Sugar Land. This one is low and in near the feet of Bortnick. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Bortnick hitting very well right now. 8 for his last 25, a .320 clip. Looks like he needs a new bat. What went wrong between pitches?
I watched him walk back to the dugout. I didn't see him back out of the box. I don't know if didn't have enough stickum on it or couldn't have broke it. He didn't.
Oh, took the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah.
Remember seeing, I don't know if it was Bo Jackson checking a swing and cracking his bat.
Yeah, over his knee.
No, just checking his swing.
I remember that one.
I want to say it was Bo. It might have been somebody else. This one is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Russell now at 68 pitches here in the 5th. Russell winds and deals the 1-1. This one swung past Russell, about right at second baseman Daniel Robertson. Hadn't played very well. Right behind second base, throws out Bortnick, and there's 2 down.
The shift worked.
Are you pro or anti-shift?
Anti. But I don't think the commissioner's office should outlaw it, like they're talking about in professional baseball, on the major league level.
I don't think you can really outlaw it, but there is talk about like maybe
limiting the number of shifts.
Yeah, so you would have to have at least 2 guys to the right and to the left of second.
I think there's too much regulation. I mean, if they want to do it, why stop?
I'm with you. I think the only time you need a shift is, a big poppy, a guy who pulls every single thing, a guy who never goes the other way, those type of guys. Sadly, most people don't even know why the shift was invented initially. The original shift.
Are you going to enlighten us?
Oh, yeah. Especially you.
Exactly, because I'm not very smart.
Well, you said it. I did.
Yeah.
No balls in 2. Ted Williams, the Ted Williams shift. That was the first guy they really overshifted for. And Ted said he would not give into it. He went 1 for, I think it was 21 in the World Series, and he said he regretted it for the rest of his life because that was the only shot he ever got to win a World Series.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I just read an article last week on.
And you can read too. Wow.
No, it's pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got crazy there for a minute.
Yes, you did.
I thought maybe.
That one hurt, Ira. That was a gut shot, too. There was more blood on the floor here. We need a towel. We get first aid in here?
Well, if you don't sack the bats, I won't need a towel.
That's right. But anyway, about Matt Carpenter was one. I can't remember the other one about they're not going to give into the shift because they feel like if they try to bunt to the left side or punch the ball that way.
That's what it is. Punch the other way through the left side for a base hit. That beats the shift.
Yeah. That they're giving into the shift and not doing their job.
That's all ego, not mechanics.
Well, their theory was if they do, or their thinking was if they give into the shift, they're not helping their team because they are not driving the ball and have a chance to drive it out of the park.
All home run.
Yeah.
Type stuff
and hit doubles. He said, et cetera.
But don't you think it helps the team if you start doing that so they shift back?
No, I agree. I mean, if you were to lay one down or hit it that way, then you're going to force them not to shift, which opens up more holes and you can go back. Exactly. I disagree with them. Well, we finally agree on something.
Can you believe it? It only took 8 games.
Exactly.
Right.
To see the light, to come to your side.
It's better than going to the dark side on your side, Darth Vader.
I'm not sure mine's so dark, but it's okay.
Medium? dusk.
No, I'm a light guy.
The 1-0. Luke Skywalker, you're in. This one hit in the gap to right center field. This one's going to roll to the wall. They're going to wave around Blake Galen. And now going for third is Castile. And here comes the throw. Won't get there and goes over the head of the Skeeters' third baseman. It takes a big ricochet. It's going to be a triple for Castile. And it is a 4-0 Barnstormers lead. That's the 59th RBI of the season.
And that ball wasn't necessarily hit so hard. It was just perfectly placed.
Yep. Castile, halfway to the cycle, a double, now a triple. Let's see here. Castile on the season. That was his third triple. Incepts Josh Bell, who is grounded out, robbed of a hit on a great play by Skeeter second baseman Daniel Robertson, and walked last time out. He's 0 for 1. This one in the dirt. Russell approaching 80 pitches, so he's probably not going to be in this game much longer.
Get him out right now.
Now that was a shot.
That was. I admit it. I had.
Even though I was right at exactly 79 pitches. Just saying. I want to confuse facts with your argument here.
It was a fastball right down the middle, and I had to swing at it. Okay. It was there.
And you still couldn't hit it.
No.
1 ball and 1 strike the count. The 1-1. This one checks. I always remember Charlie Sheen saying in 2.5 Men, his brother Alan, were talking about, do you have to date every single girl you meet? He goes, Alan, if you go hunting and the deer takes the gun and shoots himself and straps himself to the car, you have to take him home.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
2 balls and 1 strike the count here. This pitch will be pitch number 80 from Russell. The 2-1 from the left-hander. Swung and a miss, 2-2. And Skeeters do get action in their bullpen. That's Derek Loop, Skeeters single season save record holder. Maybe not for much longer, as Felipe Paulina with his game save in Game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday is now 1 behind. We have 13 games to go after tonight. This one misses inside, 3-2, so full count here on Bell. 2 outs, 1 in, 1 on. Runner down to third is Castile, who tripled home that run. Payoff pitch here by the former big league lefty. Swung in, chopped foul. That one off the foot of Bell. He'll have to walk this one off. Four runs on 8 hits now for the Barnstormers. No runs on no hits for the Skeeters. 82 pitches for Russell, and Bell's still trying to walk it off here. Now the trainer for the Barnstormers is going to come out. While they do that, it'll be time to once again enlighten you, Kyle.
I need it.
Time for a little Baseball 101. Brought to you by our good friends at Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. Well, on this date, September 2nd, 1998, Cubs slugger Sammy Sosa. It's his 56th home run of the season, tying the franchise record established by Hack Wilson in 1930. The right fielder's solo round tripper in the 6th inning of Wrigley Field contest helps them win over the Reds. And that was actually the National League record at the time, too, so long-time record broken.
Hack Wilson.
Good old Hackster, about 5'6", 220. This one is chopped foul in and out of the Barnstormers dugout. Count remains 3-2. It's an interesting piece of trivia, which I came up with. That there is both a player and a pitcher. A player who led the majors in home runs without leading either league in the same season, and a pitcher who led the league at strikeouts without leading either league. I'll let you chew on that until we get back as Bell strikes out. The Barnstormers get another run, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're in the middle of the 5th. It is now a 4-0 lead here for the Barnstormers.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers.
Well, Shane, I am up here with Aiden, and he is ready for the Whataburger Fry Shuffle. All right, Aiden, I'm going to show you 3 Whataburger French fries up on that screen. Only one of them's going to have fries in it. You got to follow that box. So let's see where it's going to start. Okay, it's starting in number 3 tonight. Keep your eyes on that French fry box.
Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area.
Aiden, do you know where it ended up?
G2G is family, female, and male
Is it in
friendly.
number 1?
They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know.
A very quick answer, and he was absolutely correct. That means you're going to be the winner of this Whataburger prize pack. Back up to you, Shane.
595-8415 to find out more. Or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Skeeters now trailing 4-0. Still trying to get their first hit off of Terrell Harris. It'll be Matt Chavez, Dennis Phipps, Albert Cordero, 5, 6, and 7 here against the right-hander. First pitch to Chavez, a little bit inside, 1-0. So any guesses to my trivia?
You know, you're going to have to repeat that because you lost me a little bit.
All right. So there is a hitter who led the league one season in home runs, and it was 58, but did not lead either league in that category.
He led the league.
He led the majors.
Led the majors in home runs,
but did not lead either league in that category. And there was also a pitcher who led the...
So it obviously had to be a guy who got traded.
Correct.
Okay.
And there was a pitcher who led the league in strikeouts for the same reason, but didn't lead either league. Who are they? You'll have to give me a year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here to Chavez, who's 0 for 1.
Dave Kingman?
Ooh, that's a good guess because he got traded a lot, but no, that's a really good guess. Kingman had an interesting distinction. He has the most home runs ever for a player in his final season.
Really?
30 home runs. He just couldn't do anything else. Now he'd be a regular. This one is swung and a miss to the ball in the dirt. They'll have to throw it down to first to complete it, and they do. That's the 3rd straight strikeout for Harris. First out here, 6th overall. Yeah, Kingman would be a normal guy in this day and age. Everybody would love to.
Yeah, striking out but hitting home runs.
Yep.
You're going to have to enlighten me on the hitter.
It was the year McGuire got traded from the A's to the Cards.
I thought Sosa McGuire. I thought no, but okay. Pitcher. Who?
Cy Young Award winner. I just want to strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count.
Not Seaver.
Nope. A little more recent than that. It's 1 inside. I'll give you another hint. He went from the Royals to the Mets. The 1-1. This one swung and a miss. 1 and 2 as Harris continues to deal here.
Saberhagen?
Ooh, you're really close.
Cone?
Yep, you just saw that, didn't you?
Huh?
It's Cone, yep.
Okay.
And the Royals traded into the Mets. Check swing, but he went through there, and they actually agree with that one. That is the 4th straight strikeout here for Harris, who's getting better as he goes along. His 7th strikeout overall, and there's 2 down.
And kind of intriguing because it's, from what I've seen, 2 pitches, fastball and a slurvy-type curveball.
Wow.
With this, I don't think it's that good, but he's getting them to swing and miss. So maybe they just want to go home and they're going through the motions now.
Never know.
I shouldn't have said that. That they don't do that.
4 runs on 8 hits for the Barnstormers. No runs on no hits for the Skeeters. First pitch is high, 1-0. Skeeters still looking for their first hit here in the 5th.
You think new pitcher for the Skeeters?
I do. I think Loop's going to come in. Well, actually, no. A righty throwing now. Let's see. Oh, the Punisher, Mark Haynes, Sugar Land native, former Rice product. The 1-1. This one is a little bit outside, 2-1.
Really?
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Really nice evening.
Yeah, not bad. You know, the humidity is high. It's pretty cool.
Doesn't seem as sticky as it did the last couple of nights, but.
The 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1.
He's nibbling.
He's a nibbler.
He's a nibbler.
He's the perfect example of a nibbler.
Yeah.
Doesn't really throw anything down the middle because he doesn't have the fastball or curve to do it. The 3-1 is a little high and outside, ball 4. Well, despite the 7 strikeouts, he does have 4 walks. I guess you can't hit when there's nothing but strikeouts and walks. Remember Joe Cowley? Played for the Yankees and a few other teams. I'll never forget what he said. He was an average pitcher, but he had one great day. He pitched a no-hitter. And he had 10 walks in this no-no.
Really?
And when they asked him,
wow,
you know, what kind of stuff did you have out there? He said, I didn't really have my good stuff. I guess when you're not giving anybody anything to hit, you get a no-hitter.
Yeah, exactly.
First pitch here is a strike on the outside corner to Daniel Robertson, who flew it to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
Thus, effectively wild?
I think just wild.
In some sense?
Yeah. The 0-1. Swung on and served out to center. This may be the first hit, and it is. And there goes the no-no. Thank goodness. So all the jinxing that Kyle Van Hook did finally paid off.
I may take an inning off. I'm worn out. All that jinxing I did.
Doesn't seem like it takes all that much.
Oh, it did.
Getting from the couch to the fridge probably wears you out.
No. I'm
trip back from the fridge?
No, I'm a fitness guy.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Run, lift.
Who are you lifting?
As much as I can. What was that all about?
Pace of play rules. You only have 2 visits to the mound. That did not count as a visit. Which still doesn't make any sense to me. If you can have pace of play rules, when a catcher talks to the pitcher, if it's anything that regards signs is okay, but anything else would count as a visit. Which, what else are you really going to talk about?
Yeah.
All visits need to be limited. I know you're on the other end of that school. So 2 on, 2 out. Skeeters trailing 4-0 here. The number 9 hitter, Alvaro Rondon, takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. What is it about the visits to the mound that you actually enjoy?
I just don't think they should be limited per se.
You see this in the big leagues a lot. We'll get to it after this pitch, the 1-0. So on a strike at the knees, 1-1. The catcher comes out, he speaks to the pitcher. Before he can throw a pitch, the pitching coach comes out, speaks to the pitcher. And then the manager will come out. Really? Do 3 guys really need to talk to him before he throws 1 pitch?
Well, wait a minute. How can the pitching coach come in, the manager? You got to pull him then.
It's one. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's pulling him, but did you need the catcher to speak to him first and the pitching coach?
No, I agree with that, yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Look at the pitch count here on Harris now that his no-no's gone. 71 pitches. The 1-2. Swung and a missed strike 3, but it gets away from the catcher. Rondon can fly, but the throw to first is in time. That'll do it. Well, he strikes out the side, picking up his 8th strikeout of the evening, and the inning comes to a conclusion. No runs, 1 hit, the first one of the game for the Skeeters, and no errors, and 2 men left on base. We are through 5 innings of play here at Constellation Field. It is still 4-0 Barnstormers.
Tuesdays are 2 for Tuesdays at Constellation Field this season. Every Tuesday home game, fans can buy 1 field box ticket or grassland ticket and get 1 free. Watch the Skeeters in exciting Atlantic League action. Tickets for groups are also available each Tuesday, or you can buy tickets 24/7 at sugarlandskeeters.com. For more details, give us a call at 281-240-4487. That's 240 hits. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Top of the 6th. Got a lot going on here. James Russell comes out of the game, so his night is done. New pitcher on the mound is the Punisher, Mark Haynes. Also, Derek Norris comes out of the game, and it looks like he was going back to the training room. Let's hope he is okay. Albert Cordero comes down from third to catch now, and Javier Betancourt will go into third. Haynes, 31 years old. He'll turn 32 the day after the regular season ends on September 17th. First pitch here by Haynes, a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. Number 25 is 6'2", born in Kansas City, but a Sugar Land native. Spent the first part of this year at Wichita with the Wingnuts in the American Association, 9 years as a pro. Casey Hobson, Carlos Garcia, Anderson De La Rosa here. 6, 7, and 8 against Haynes. Barnstormers leading 4-0 here in the top half of the 6th. Haynes been really good since rejoining the Skeeters. 1-0 with a 108 ERA. Now 18th appearances all out of the bullpen. 16 2/3, 17 Ks, 7 walks, 7 hits. This one in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Haynes was an all-star of the year The Skeeters won the championship in 2016, but that was with the Kansas City T-Bones, where he was 5-2 with a 3.24 ERA and 15 saves. Then he joined the Skeeters at the end of the season. No record, a 3.37 ERA that year in just 3 games. Last 3 outings, all scoreless for Haynes. And 9 of his last 10 have been scoreless. This one has swung and a missed. 2-2. Last time out was a couple of nights ago against these Barnstormers in the Game 1 9-5 victory for Sugar Land. 1 scoreless frame, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 2-2 the count here on Hobson, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, a run scored, and a run driven in. The 2-2. Swung and fouled into the screen. Count remains 2-2. Hobson 207, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs. Just had a very difficult year all season. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Barnstormers, no runs on 1 for the Skeeters. Haynes gets the side here from his catcher, now Albert Cordero. The 2-2 from the right-hander. Swung on him, it's strike 3, strikeout Punisher, and there's out number 1.
Okay. I'm going to ask you why he's got the nickname of the Punisher.
He wears that skeleton, you know, the comic book Punisher. He wears that shirt.
Okay.
Got pretty much all kinds of garb for the Punisher. He's a Punisher fan. What can I say?
There you go.
Let's give you the final numbers on James Russell. Russell throws 84 pitches, 52 of them for strikes. He goes 5 innings, allows 8 hits, 4 runs. They will all earn 1 walk, 6 Ks. He cannot win it. So on a check swing foul to left and behind home. No balls and 1 strike to count here on the switch hitting Carlos Garcia. He got the Barnstormers jump started in the second with a 2-run homer, his first of the year. Struck out last time up. He's 1 for 2. Switch hitter batting here from the left side against the righty Haynes. They're going to set up on the outside portion of the plate. The 0-1 from the righty is high and outside, 1-1. Probably see 1 pitcher per inning the rest of the way, although Haynes might go 2. Haynes in no rush. The 1-1. This one right down the middle for a strike, 1 and 2.
So you're going to empty the pen today?
Pretty
Give
much.
everybody a shot? Get them some work?
I give you a shot. I hear you're a crafty righty.
Absolutely. I can throw strikes now. And I work quick, but I don't work cheap.
That's not what I heard.
Which part did I?
That you're cheap. You come cheap.
Nope. High price tag on this bounty.
This one's swung and missed. Strike 3. Second straight strikeout for the Punisher. And there's 2 down. That's 3 straight strikeouts between Russell and Haynes. So 2 outs, none up for Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa has singled and grounded out the short. 4-0 the Barnstormers leading here in the top half of the 6th inning. De La Rosa came in hitting .210 with a home run and 13 RBIs. Haynes has thrown 10 pitches, 7 of them for strikes. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 the count.
Closing the book on Haynes.
What do you got?
90-91, 89-91 slider, 82-83. Pretty similar to what he's been, I think, the few times we've seen him.
Seems to overpower people at times. Why is that if his fastball's only around 91?
There's a little bit of deception there. You know, he threw that the last 2 strikeouts for fastballs up the guys were chasing.
No balls and 2 strikes as Haynes tries to strike out the side here. Skeeters trailing 4-0. They set up away here. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Punisher strikes out the side, and that'll do it. Nicely done by Mark Haynes with a 1-2-3 inning here. Middle of the 6th inning. Trailing 4-0.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Sweet 96 is on the air everywhere. On the radio from our Fort Bend County Tower site located on the Grand Parkway at 96.1 FM or online at sweet96.com. Click the Listen Live link and enjoy our community programming anytime you like from anywhere in the world, or just tap the app. Download the free TuneIn Radio app for your smartphone and search Sweet 96.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugar Land, locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
We move to the bottom of the 6th. Skeeters still trailing 4-0. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be the top of the order. 1, 2, and 3, Barrett Barnes, Anthony Jansanti, Derek Norris. Haynes struck out the side in order in the top half of this inning, but last inning, Harris, who's back to the hill here, struck out the side. Barnes has struck out and walked. He is 0 for 1. Skeeters still just 1 hit. Harris pitching a masterpiece. One swung and foul tipped into the mid of Anderson De La Rosa. 0-1 the count. See how many pitches Harris
I was just
wondering.
I wonder how long they're going to let him go.
As long as he's pitching like this, probably a long way. 73 pitches now.
Ah, he's complete game.
The 0-1. Swung and fouled up to the right side. You saw the complete game loss in game 1 by Steven Johnson for the Barnstormers. Why not a complete game win? Isn't it amazing to lead the majors in complete games with 2 these days?
Yeah.
The 0-2. Swung is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And no more 20-game winners?
No, there's still 20-game winners every year. There'll be a few this year.
Not as many.
No. The 1-2.
Shouldn't have said no more. Should have said not as many.
2 and 2. You're
I misspoke. I was erroneous.
Not using that properly either. Not only you erroneous, but your grammar is erroneous. Tragic even. They set up outside the 2-2. Jack swing 3 and 2. Glad you worked it in today, though, even though it was completely out of context. Payoff pitch here by the right-hander Harris. It's one up high, ball 4. Despite his 8 strikeouts, he has 5 walks. Somebody told me that makes him effectively wilds.
Yep, I've heard that before.
Right here in this booth.
I was wondering if that was going to be his last guy.
Here comes the manager, Ross Peoples. Had him on the pregame show. Peoples a very interesting story for the Barnstormers. He's been with the organization since they opened. And he was a player with the Barnstormers for 10 years, and then he was the pitching coach under Butch Hobson for 2 years. Now he is managing Butch Hobson's son, Casey, and last year he was the 2017 Atlantic League Manager of the Year. I don't think he's going to come out here. His action has just begun in the barn down there. It's like a side armor. Maybe that's just the way he's warming up. Let's see, who is that? Cannot make that out. My superpowers are out of order.
Wow. I'm just so disappointed in you.
I'm sorry. I aim to please, but I think he might even be a Submariner. Now he's dropping down here.
Well, that was way down.
I don't see his number on this roster. What's this? Might be Caleb Fleck. 4-0. Barnstormers in front here. 1 on, none out. Anthony Jansanti takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. He's 0 for 1. He is flatted to left and walked last time up. Came in just under the 300 line. 299, 16 home runs, 54 RBIs. Remember Sean Wooten, the catcher for the Angels in the
name, yeah.
World Series championship here? Got a chance to, where did I get a chance to interview him? Anyway, got a chance to interview him, and somewhere along the way he was managed by Mario Mendoza, of course, the Mendoza line. And I said, did he like that, or did he consider it an insult? And he said he wore it like a badge of honor.
Well, you got to have something to honor, right?
Yep. Sadly, Bob Uecker had a career 200 average.
Yeah.
Should be the Uecker line.
The Uecker line. Yeah, he's just known for the cheap seats.
Yep. Missed the tag. 79 pitches now here for Harris.
One more, get him out of there.
Yep. The 0-1. This one swung and a miss, 0-2. Anthony almost came out of his shoes on that one. You'd like to see him get to 20 home runs before the season ends, but he'll need 4 more in the remaining 13 games, and whatever left is here. It's really not impossible. 4 home runs in 13 plus games, but got to get on that little bit of a roll. He'll have a good chance in Southern Maryland for the most part. So when he's low and away, 1-2. New Britain a little more difficult. No, he's a little more difficult here. Amazingly, in a pitcher-friendly ballpark, he's hitting much better at home than on the road.
Jansanti is?
Yep. The 1-2. This one low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. De La Rosa fake throwing it down to first. Barnes gets back easily. Barrett has already been caught stealing once in this one. Harris now at 82 pitches. The 2-2, swung and tap foul back into the right of home. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got any big Labor Day plans?
No, sir.
Really? The wild guy that you are, no plans?
Yeah, you got to have a day off every once in a while.
From the wild?
From the wild crowd, yeah, the wild scene.
Like watching paint dry? That kind of
no, I'll do something a little more exciting than that. What? I don't know.
They set up low and away, the 2-2. This one outside, 3-2. How short of a leash do you keep on Harris here?
I'm going to go get him if he loses this guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Personally?
Personally and professionally.
Got any barbecues?
Had him
going on
too.
tomorrow?
No, sir. I may throw something on the grill at Casa de Hook.
There's a Casa de Hook?
Oh, yeah.
A Doghouse de Hook. Payoff pitch. There goes Barnes. This one fouled down the right side. Barnes will have to come back into the 3-2 coming here. You have a barbecue pit inside that doghouse?
No, it's on the outside.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you sleep on top of it like Snoopy?
No. No.
Inside?
Inside.
You're an inside dog, not an outside
I'm an
dog?
inside dog. That's right. Inside dog, inside, all the way.
Not all the way. You're in the doghouse, so you're already outside.
Yeah.
Now the throw to first. A little soft toss.
This game has come to a screeching halt, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Harris running out of steam here, you can see. His pace has slowed down something awful. De La Rosa taps the ground with his mitt. The catcher wants it low, and this one is low and away, ball 4. Barnes was on the move, and now the Skeeters, for the first time tonight, will have a runner at second base who is not thrown out. 2 on, none out, and looks like Kyle Van Hook actually got some wood on the ball for once. Here comes Ross Peoples. 6th walk of the night against 8 strikeouts, allowed just 1 hit, but his night is over as Peoples will come get him. So we'll take a break. We will come back. We'll tell you about the new hurler for the Barnstormers when we get back. Skeeters trailing 4-0. They have 2 on and none out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
This is Skeeters broadcaster Will Scott. Sugarland unites! Get your postseason tickets now by calling the TDECU ticket office at 281-240-4487. That's 240-HITS. Or you can go to sugarlandskeeters.com. And be sure to join the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Liebman, for every playoff game on Sweet 96.1 FM. The new home of the Sugarland Skeeters as your Skeeters look to take home their 2nd title in franchise history. Go Skeeters!
We are Salon Abbott and Day Spa. Go Skeeters!
Our new pitcher on the hill is all-star right-hander for the Barnstormers, Garrett Granitz. Granitz is 31 years old. The all-star wears number 15, 6'2", 205 from Brooksfield, Wisconsin. Originally now makes his home in Fort Myers, Florida. Played in San Rafael in the Pacific Association before joining the Barnstormers. That's where Darian Sanford stole 99 bases. Granitz has only pitched in independent baseball. Went to Azusa Pacific University. Oddly enough, in Azusa, California. What are the odds? It's like Tommy John having Tommy John surgery.
Exactly.
Last year for the Pacifics, to be specific, he was 1-2 with a 3.06 ERA and 3 saves. Slings it in there. Is that sidearm or Submariner there?
Submariner, and his knuckles almost touch the ground when he's right before he releases the ball. That's about as low as I've ever seen one.
Spent time in the Pecos League, the Frontier League, the Can-Am League, the United League, the American Association, and the Pacific Association.
Been around.
I'll say. 8-10 lifetime, a 3.33 ERA, and 10 career saves. Spins toward second, no throw. 2 on, none out. Skeeters trailing 4-0. If he loses Norris here, Betancourt, who came in for Norris, bases would be loaded via the walk. This one to hit to the right side. Is it hard enough to turn 2? They get to second for 1. They reel it to first. They do get 2. 4-6-3. 2 down. Going on to third is Barnes. That'll bring in Juan Silverio. A 2-out hit here. He could get the Skeeters a little closer. We're trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Let's take a look at the final numbers on starter Terrell Harris, who really pitched extremely well. Runner down at third, still his responsibility, but so far just over 80 pitches. He goes 5 innings, allows just 1 hit, no runs, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Popped up right side. This should get over the Skeeters dugout. High off the screen. 0-1 the count. Juan came in at 322, 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. 4 runs on 8 hits here for the Barnstormers. No runs on 1 for your Skeeters. Seen a couple of shutouts in this series already. The Skeeters lead the Atlantic League. They have shut out their opponent 13 times. They have been shut out 7 times. This one low and in off the mid of De La Rosa, but he hops on it quickly towards third, so Barnes cannot come home. 1-1. Got a book for me?
Close the book on this young man. 75-77 fastball.
Well,
69 curveball. Slurvy slurve.
We had, do you remember Ben Rowan played in the big leagues for a while?
Mm-mm.
He was a Submariner as well. That's one a little slow roll at a second. They're going to have to hurry. Nice play on the second baseman Bortnick, and that'll do. Second, nobody out, but do not score. 2/3 of the way through, end of the 6th. It is 4-0 Barnstormers still.
Kids 12 and under get in free for every Wednesday home game this season at Constellation Field. Tickets are only available by calling the Skeeters box office at 281-240-4487 or 240-HITS, or visit the TDECU box office at the ballpark or online 24 hours a day at sugarlandskeeters.com. Gates open an hour before scheduled game times. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor
Thank
the
you, Shane. I
all-time
have
greats of the
4
game.
very
Plan your
excited
family
cousins
visits
down
today
here ready
at
for some musical chairs. All right, guys, here's how it goes. When you hear that music, we're going to start walking in a circle. When the music stops, you have to sit down. Whoever does not have a chair is out and come stand by me. All right, you guys ready? Let's turn the music up. Start walking.
Hits, or you can go to sugarlandskeeters.com. And be sure to join the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Liebman, for every playoff game on Sweet
it's close. I'm sorry, but I think the birthday boy was in there.
Sugar
Come on, my friend, you will stand out with me. Let's move one of the chairs.
Their second title in franchise
All righty,
history.
start
Go
walking.
Skeeters.
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me
you
every
gotta sit
Friday
in the
night
chair.
to hear Skeeters baseball
Alrighty.
live on Sweet 96,
Down to the final
Sugarland's
chair.
only
Who's going to
radio
get it?
station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive.
And she just walked the other way, so that means our birthday boy right here is going to be our winner of musical chairs, brought to you by Frio's Gourmet Pops. Back up to you, Shane.
Now, third pitcher of the night for the Skeeters is southpaw Craig Sitton. 4 straight strikeouts between Russell and Haynes, who struck on the side in order last inning. And see if Sitton can continue that trend here. First pitch by the lefty is swung and hit up the middle, so much for that on the first pitch. A leadoff single here. We saw Sitton in his last time out was on August 30th against Southern Maryland in the Skeeters' 2-0 loss. 2 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks. Struck out 3 of the 6 batters he faced. Perfect 6 up, 6 down. Really having a terrific year for the Skeeters. I think he might be the most underrated guy in this bullpen. 3-0 with a 3.41 ERA, his 46th appearance. He's made 4 starts, 60 2/3. He has struck out 40. Walked 11, so just short of a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And his last 62 hits has a whip of 1.20. Throw over to first. Getting back is Rico Noel, who is second in the league in steals with 44. Well, Sitton, 30 years old, number 15, 6'5", 190 from Oregon. Been as high as AAA Sacramento just last year, 9 years as a pro for the Oregon State Products. Him and Daniel Robertson, who is playing at second right behind him, went to Oregon State at the same time. It's the year after the Beavers won back-to-back national titles. Sitton has ditched the beard for the mutton chops. This one is high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. You a fan of the mutton chops?
No, sir.
No, you're not. More traditional.
Yes, sir.
So goatee or nothing?
Yeah.
Goatee or go home?
Goatee or go home. Good one.
Not only does Sitton brother play basketball at Oregon State, also in the NBA for the Dallas Mavericks for a little while. Excuse me, his cousin Charlie, rather, not his brother. His grandfather also played some football at Oregon State back in the day.
Lineage of Beavers.
Yes. They set up inside, and the 3-0 is a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. The Sitton clan listens to the broadcast, so a big hello to them, as well as all the rest of their friends, family, and friends of the Skeeters. Another throw to first. Noel gets back.
So there is one documented listener to the broadcast.
At least one.
Okay. It's good to know.
Got to keep the fan engaged.
The fan base.
And another throw over to first by Sitton. And it's like that game won yesterday when you go over in the post-game show. You don't go over the highlights. You go over the highlight.
Yeah, the highlight.
The 3-1 by the lefty. There goes Noel. Got a huge jump, but that's ball 4. He slides in head first, but for no reason whatsoever. Just the second walk of the game for Skeeters pitching. Russell had one, and now Sitton has one. First and second here. Nobody out for Tyler Bortnick. Bortnick's 1 for 3. He gets flat out to center, singled and scored, and grounded out to second last time up.
Well, the Skeeters start out that last half inning with first, second, nobody out. Got a double play. Maybe the Skeeters will get them to do the same thing.
Saying the baseball gods might intervene here.
Might be.
No balls and 1 strike to count. Sitton, usually a pretty quick worker.
And there was something going on over there by the first base dugout. The coach and the umpire went over, and now they're back.
Sitton looks at second, and Noel becomes home, and this one smacked foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Give you my book here on Sitton. Fastball 80 to 91, a change and a slurve.
Well, I haven't closed my book yet. All I've got is fastballs.
Your whole life's an open book.
Yes, it is. Everyone knows about my doghouse.
They do now.
Yeah.
Might have your wife on the pregame show. This one is low and in.
There's a slider.
1 and 2. See, so is that a slider or a slurve?
Slider.
Okay. Oh, correction. Change up curve and a slider. I have for Sitton. Fastball 88 to 91. 89 to 91. There go both runners. The double steal or hit and run. Well, they all come back because that one is fouled off. 1 and 2. The count remains here on Bortnick.
Yeah, it did have more curveball shape to it, but it was 83, so you're saying fastball slider, fastball curveball change?
Fastball change curve slider.
Oh, he does have, okay. 4 pitches. 4-pitch repertoire.
Oui.
Thank you.
Seems a little advanced for you. Repertoire. You reading that word-a-day calendar again?
Yep. That's it.
It's paying off.
Yes, sir.
The 1-2. This one is down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Look at the pitch count here on Sitton. 11 pitches, 5 for strikes, 6 for balls. Must be something in the water here for this kid. Russell, a rare bad outing. Really not terrible. It was a decent outing still. And Sitton might have Noel on a wide throw. Allows him to get back. Noel was off and running and almost got caught. Caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
He surprised himself. He didn't expect it. That's why he made the bad throw.
You know, it's one of the other things I want to get somebody to admit in baseball. I've asked umpires, and they can't even tell me. How do you balk to second? Umpires don't know. That's why it's not called. When have you seen a balk ever called on a move to second?
Not sure I have.
The 2-2, hot shot to third. Javier Betancourt picks it up, throws it to first. That's all he's going to get is the force out at third. After the bobble, 5 unassisted. There's 1 down. So Noel out of the picture. Sanford moves up to second. And now Bortnick on at first.
What would constitute a balk to second?
I mean, if you're not stepping off properly, I mean, shouldn't really be any different from a balk to first.
I was just trying to think through my head that, the inside move's not a balk. The spin move's not a balk unless he was to flinch before he spin moved.
But technically you can balk to second.
Well, yeah, you can balk to every base.
Never seen it.
But you'd have to flinch before you spin moved, or you'd have to. That's the only way I could think of to balk to second.
This is the answer I always get from an umpire. It's very difficult. I know it's difficult, but how do you do it?
Okay, how are you going to answer your own question?
I don't know, because no one's ever given me a reasonable explanation. And another throw to second, excuse me. And
I'm thinking the
I
only
guess
way
if you spin and you don't step off.
Well, you don't have to step off.
You don't have to step back to spin. You have to step back and spin.
No.
Why not?
You just spin move. You don't have to step off.
It's one motion, but aren't you stepping off first?
No.
See, this is why nobody can explain it to me.
But I would think the only way would be to flinch before you spin move.
So your front foot moves and then you spin to second?
It's kind of simultaneous. Another word of the day.
Wow, that calendar's really paying huge dividends for you. This one misses low and away.
I may ask for another one for Christmas. In my spin move, all I'm doing is just that. It's a simultaneous move. So I think the only way is if you happen to just flinch before you spun move. For those of you that can't see at home, we're having a clinic in here.
At least you are. But I'll let the listeners know that it is a clinic in here that I'm witnessing. He was standing up and motioning.
That's right. Doing my spin move. Pretty good one, by the way.
Phenomenal. This one on the outside corner, strike 2, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Down at second is Darian Sanford. Tyler Bortnick on at first. Barnstormers leading 4-0 here in the top half of the 7th. The 1-2. The back runner was going, and the lead runner, Sanford, was not. That would have been a logjam at second. Sanford was banging his hand on his helmet thinking, what were you thinking? I guess he knew at that moment he missed the sign. And Sanford going back, and he gets back there, and Bortnick standing behind him on second. Technically, when they're tagged, it's the lead guy who's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
4-0 Barnstormers in front here in the 7th. The 1-2 from Sitton. Runner stay put this one back up the middle. Sitton couldn't flag it into center field. The speedy Sanford's going to score easily. They're going to try to get him at the plate, and he gets in there at that speed, and it is a 5-0 Barnstormers lead here. Galen, adding to his league-leading total, now has 78 RBIs, and he is 2 for 4. Staying put at second is Bortnick. First and second, still only 1 away, and here comes Corey Dummel, the Skeeters pitching coach, as action begins in the Skeeters bullpen. And that is Skeeters southpaw and single season save record holder, Derek Loop. The looper getting loose. Dummel going to try to just settle down his pitcher here.
I don't think I've seen Mr. Loop yet in my.
No? He's worth the price. Well, no, we saw him the other night.
Did we?
It was game 1 of the 1-0 game. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Or was it game 1 of the series? Yeah, it was game 1 of this series. He was the final pitcher.
Was that Friday night?
That was.
I was not here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Struggled a little bit.
Well, my mind is still sharp.
So you say.
Sharp as a dull butter knife?
That's about right.
Yeah.
Sitton has thrown 17 pitches, 10 of them for strikes. No pitcher really working very quickly here tonight on either side. This one is low and away, 1-0. 5 runs now on 10 hits for the Barnstormers. No runs on just 1 for the Skeeters. And now Sitton steps off.
Why not? I think this innings lasted about 2 hours.
You're pretty close. The 1-0. This one is fouled off to the right side. 1-1.
It's like when they give the weather, they say the temperature's 89, feels like 95. This inning has lasted 15 minutes seem like 2 hours. Feels like 2 hours.
The Van Hook scale.
That's right. I do have a scale, by the way.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 in, 2 on. 5-0 Barnstormers. Here in the top of the 7th. This one up high, 2-1. So the Indians are sending you to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Was that extended spring?
Nope, it's
fall ball, rather?
Instructional league.
Instructional league.
It's a version of instructional league. We've shortened it and decided to call it development camp.
Well, explain to me how it works. This one is hit high in the air to left field. This is trouble. Barnes going back, looking up, and this one's gone, and it is 8-0 Barnstormers. Second home run of the day. And for Castile, he is just a single short of the cycle. Double, triple, and now a 3-run homer. 4 RBIs in all. My goodness.
Yes, he is.
13th home run of the year. RBIs number 59, 60, and 61. Question will he get another at bat?
I was just looking. There's a chance he gets up if the Skeeters pitchers can't do their business here, take care of their business.
Still only 1 away. 4 runs in here as they have doubled the score. 4-0 coming in now. 8-0 Barnstormers.
Oh, now he's going to throw strikes.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count here. No, that's not right.
I know. I should.
No balls and 1 strike. Scoreboard operator not paying attention.
He's given up.
Yes, he's frustrated as well.
Yeah.
This one is low. 1 ball and 1 strike on the scoreboard.
It's not full.
3 and 2. If they're listening. Perhaps they're not. I repeat. 1 and 1. This one is outside. They're getting it. 2 and 1. Almost. There they go.
Atta baby.
Hallelujah.
Now you chunking in there.
The 2-1. This one a strike on the outside corner. 2 and 2. That radar gun of yours, is that a Jugs? Is the Jugs the Rolls Royce of radar guns or no?
No, it's actually called a stalker.
Much like yourself?
No, I am not a stalker for any policemen that are out there listening.
The 2-2. Swung and a missed strike 3, and there's out number 2. What is the Cadillac of radar guns?
This is what most people are using today. You still see some Jugs guns out there. And the original radar gun was called a ray gun, R-A.
I think that's for superheroes.
And it was, and then when they came out with Jugs, there were people using both. And the ray gun was slower because it got the ball at home plate.
But you could disintegrate people with the ray gun.
Not with our ray guns.
Too bad. Guys having a bad day on the mound?
Totally innocuous.
Innocuous? Look at you.
Yeah, that calendar, it's flipping pages right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
To Webster's Dictionary there. Just got nothing to do in the doghouse. No cable, no internet.
You got your calendar and you just study those words. But then it went from mostly everybody was using Jugs, and then this stalker came out, and you still see an occasional smattering of Jugs guns.
Smattering even. The 1-1 here from Sinton. Swung and missed.
My last night. I gotta empty the vocabulary.
You're pretty much almost on E, so go crazy. Exactly. You only have like 2 more words left in your whole vocabulary.
No. Anything else, I'm pulling out of where if I get it one. But
a regular linguist here today.
Yeah.
So he pitched number 30 here from Sinton. The 1-2. Swung and right back to Sinton. And throw it to first, and the inning comes to an end. But 4 runs in makes it an 8-0 Barnstormers lead. It's time. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do care if you never come back. Skeeters down 8-0 here in the middle of the 7th.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg wants to invite you to stop by and check out the cleanest, safest, and most enjoyable shooting range in our area. G2G is family, female, and male friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
All right, thanks, Shane. All right, Skeeter fans, you ready to sing the seventh inning stretch? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Sing it with me, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes to Let's go, Skeeters! Well, we move to the bottom of the seventh inning. I hope you're all stretched out. Skeeters are now down 8-0 after a 4-run outburst in the top half of this inning. Jared Lakin is the new pitcher on the hill. The lefty will deal to 5, 6, and 7 in the Skeeters order. Matt Chavez, Dennis Phipps, Albert Cordero. First pitch low and in, 1-0.
Jared Lakin, Cypress Fairbanks.
Very good. I thought you might have seen this fella.
Drafted as a hitter.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Signed originally as a first baseman by the Pirates in 2010. You know your stuff. Not just the word calendar. Impressive. This one is a hot shot. I think Lakin got a piece of that with his hand. Great play at short. And Frias behind second throws out Chavez. And I call that one a 1-6-3. Wow.
Da-da-da.
You can put that down as a highlight for sure.
Trying to think, not Cy Ranch. It was.
I will get to that. I'll find out for you because that is. I call it a 6-3 put out. Did you see him touch it?
No.
Lakin touch it now?
I thought he was close, but I didn't see it. The ball altered in any manner.
Get you the info on Lakin. Or if you're French, Lakin.
Lakin.
Cypress Woods.
Cypress Woods, that's it.
Cypress, Texas.
Yep.
23rd round pick in 2010 by Pittsburgh.
Was an overpay in the 23rd round of about $450,000 or $500,000.
This one is inside, 1-1 strike. Well, he didn't have a great career as a hitter. 2010 he had 2014 and 2011 148. Got up to Double-A, but only played a combined 33 games at Double-A in 2016 and 2017, and then they decided to make him a pitcher. Ground ball to short. Frias has it. The throw to first, and there's 2 down.
I actually, and not only that, but I saw him in his Florida. The first day I saw him in pro ball, I was covering his team. He hit 2 home runs.
No kidding.
First 2 home runs he'd ever hit in pro ball, and I called his dad and said, "You may need me to come watch him more often." I got to know the dad pretty well. Great kid, good family. Dad's a police officer, I believe. Little inside here in the top of the 8th, bottom of the 7th, I mean.
Wow, only took 7.5 innings.
Wow, that's another gut shot. I'm running out of guts.
Oh, yeah. This one is a little low and in. 1-1, no strikes to count here to Cordero. Take a look at some other numbers on Lakent here. 12-7 lifetime, a 3.67 ERA, 10 career saves. Well, traveled last year, both Miami and Pittsburgh.
Is this his first year in independent one?
It is.
And what's the highest level he got to in
Double-A?
Double-A.
Yep. Last year spent time in Altoona at Pittsburgh, but
the curve.
Yep. Also spent time in Miami system at A-Ball with Greensboro and Jupiter and Advanced A. Guess he had trouble with the curve. 1-1 strike to count. 2 outs, none on. Skeeters trailing 8-0. This one again to Frias, who has a chance to make all 3 plays and all 3 good ones. A high throw, but coming down on the bank is Hobson. What a stuff Frias puts on here. 3 assists, 3 up, 3 down. Lincoln sets down the Skeeters. We are through 7 innings of play. Skeeters down 8-0 as we move to the top of the 8th when we get back.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season. So start off your weekend with the bang.
Thank you, Shane. I have $350 cash inside this
240
envelope for a
visit us
lucky
on the
season
web at
ticket holder. Let's see
sugarlandskeeters.com.
where we're going.
Saturdays at 4 p.m. It's the top 40 block party on Sweet 96.
Alrighty. I'm going to head to the third base side tonight. All right, let's see. What about section 16?
Because once you've used Steinmetz,
Not
you'll never use
bad.
anyone
Section
else. They are fast,
17.
efficient repipe specialists.
Some
And for any
reaction.
plumbing
What about
emergency,
18?
it's Steinmetz. For quality
Oh, I
work,
love it.
fair
I wish I was
pricing,
coming to
and
y'all, but
wonderful
I'm actually
customer
going
service
one more. I'm
experience.
going
It's
section
Steinmetz
19
Plumbing,
tonight.
plumberforlife.com.
Okay, let's see. All right, section 19. Row G, seat 2. Do you have the ticket for that seat? They do not. That means $400 when we come back. We're going to send it back up to you, Shane.
Well, Skeeters go to the bullpen. The fourth pitcher of the night, second straight lefty, and 3 of the 4 lefties in Skeeters' single-season save record holder Derek Loop. Number 14 is 6'3", 220, the 34-year-old southpaw from Corona, California. Spent time in Mexico with 2 different teams. Last team was Oaxaca. Been as high as AAA, 13 years as a pro. Was part of the Skeeters' 2016 championship, and he was also part of the Barnstormers team that won the championship in 2014 that beat the Skeeters. So he has been both a friend and a foe, but much more of a friend. First pitch here by Loop. This one swung and a missed. I'll give you the old book, and this is the old Derek Loop from 2016 that I have. Loop 88 to 92, curve, slider, and a change.
All right, we'll check it out.
Tell me with the new
See
Derek
if you got your
Loop
A game going.
Not normally. Why should today be any different? So Hud is fouled down the right side. No balls and 1 strike to count. Loop this season, 0-1 and even 9 ERA. 4 games, 4 innings, 5 Ks, a walk, and 8 hits. Really just one bad outing. That was the last time out against these Barnstormers in Game 1. The Skeeters won 9-5, but he went 1 inning, allowed 2 earned runs, 4 hits, no walks, 2 Ks. The 0-2 is down low. That is the night Kyle Van Hook had something better to do. He had to moonlight to another broadcast in another sport at that.
Yes, I did.
And a blowout.
Oh, gosh. It wasn't even. That's being kind.
The 1-2. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So Loop strikes out Carlos Garcia. There's 1 away. That's a lot of strikeouts. Let's see how many that is. 6, 9, 10, 11 for Skeeters pitching.
That's 11 strikeouts and you're down 8-0.
Yep. In steps Anderson De La Rosa, Rico Noel on deck.
Would that be an anomaly?
Where are all these words coming from?
I told you I'm emptying them.
Every time I think you're on E, you have a little drop left in the tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
De La Rosa steps in, 210, a home run, and 13 RBIs. A statistical anomaly. This one is hit out into right center. That's going to split the gap and roll towards the wall. Around first, heading for second. Here is De La Rosa, and he'll stop with the 1-out double. De La Rosa on this season, that was double number 14. The 11th hit of the night for the Barnstormers.
We're moving closer to giving Ryan Castile a shot at the
cycle.
Cycle.
Gotta flip this order over quite a bit. Only need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more hitters to reach between the next 2 innings, so might have a great shot at it. Really should get there.
Yeah.
1 more batter reaches here. He's pretty much, he is guaranteed.
Unless we get a line drive double play here and then 3 up, 3 down next inning.
Kiss of death, Kyle Van Hook.
You mean it's not going to happen now that I...
That's the total jinx. This one is high. Noel has struck out twice and singled. He's 1 for 3. Loop in 2016 with the Skeeters. The single season save record was 2-3 with a 1.98 ERA and 32 saves. Also saved 4 big games in the playoffs. Skeeters went 6-0 in the playoffs, 10-0 down the stretch. Was an all-star in 2015 with the Skeeters. Had an even lower ERA, 2-0 with a 1.27 ERA. 15 saves. It's not the closer at the beginning of the year. 51 career saves as a member of the Skeeters. That includes the playoffs. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here to Noel. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters trailing 8-0 here in the 8th. Take a look around the Atlantic League scoreboard. All the games should be final now. And they are. The Ducks beat the Revolution 7-3. Somerset beats New Britain 9-6. So the Ducks still just 1 game up on Somerset. And the Road Warriors defeat the Blue Crabs. The Skeeters will see next on Tuesday, 8-6. Again, Skeeters down 8-0 here in the 8th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Noel. Loop a long look in here. The 2-2. This one just off the outside corner, 3-2. So what is the book? Do you have the book yet? Is the book written? Are you only a couple chapters
It's
in?
always a work in progress. But fastball 87-88 tonight. Slider 83-84. Curveball 77.
Payoff pitch here by Loop, swung and a miss, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts for Loop now. That will bring in Darian Sanford. So Castile will be guaranteed. Well, not necessarily.
Not yet. We'd have a pick off at second.
Exactly. That's true. Darian Sanford steps in. He has fouled out, struck out, grounded out, walked, and scored part of that 4-run 7th, highlighted by the home run by Castile. Back to the top of the order through the switch hitter. Big swing and a miss here, 0-1. Sanford came in batting .277, no home runs and 29 RBIs. Idling up both him and Alvaro Rondon wear number 7, and neither has a home run. What I call the Rondon recipient award, the most RBIs on the league without a home run. This one is fouled into the screen, 0-2. As long as Sanford himself makes the out, Ryan Castile will have a shot at the cycle and needs just the single. He's got the double, triple, and homer. 0-2 now the count here on Sanford as Loop looks to strike out the side. The 0-2 from the lefty. Swung and grounded to the left side. It's going to be a tough play to Speedy Sanford. The throw is high, but Chavez stays on the bag as he reaches up high for it. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Middle of the 8th, Skeeters are running out of time. They're down 8-0.
Spring-free trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring-free trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina
Well,
Mexican
Shane, this
Restaurant?
is
Dine in or
Mason,
take
and it
away.
is
They
time
have the
for the
best
Texas
Mexican
Mattress
food in the
Maker
area,
stolen
and it's
base
all
race.
handmade
All right, Mason,
from
there is a
scratch.
base
Try
out
their
there in the
famous
outfield.
street
I'm going
tacos.
to give
The
you
Fiesta
30
Pasta
seconds to go down and pick it up
unbeatable,
and bring it
delivery
back
is
to me.
provided.
Let's put that
Located at
countdown up on the
515
board.
FM 359.
3,
or for even quicker
2,
service or
1,
reservations,
go.
281-238-0872.
And
That's
he is
281-238-0872.
off and running. Let's cheer him on as he runs all the way out to the outfield.
Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me
Awesome
every
job.
Friday night
All right,
to hear
Mason, let's pick
Skeeters
the base back
Baseball
up and
Live
run to
on
me
Sweet
all the way back
96,
here.
Sugarland's
15
only radio
seconds to
station.
go. You
Listen
can do
each
it.
Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1
10 seconds.
FM
Keep
for the
running all
Friday
the way
night
to
game of the
me.
week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up
And
for the first
just
time.
in the nick of time, Mason is going to be our winner of the stolen base race, brought to you by Texas Mattress Makers. Back up to you, Shane.
New hurler on the mound for the Barnstormers. Fourth of the night is Southpaw Luke Westfall. Westfall will face 8-9-1 Daniel Robertson, Alvaro Rondon, and Barrett Barnes. Westfall, no record of 3.85 ERA, 7 appearance here this year. 7 innings, 5 Ks, 5 walks, 5 hits. I'm starting to see a pattern. This one is a strike down the middle, 0-1 the count. Last time out was August 30th on Long Island against the Ducks in a 9-8 Barnstormers win. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 runs. They were earned on a hit, no walks, and struck out 1. Westfall is 29 years old. Number 10 is 6'5", 230 pounds, from Wisconsin. Began the season with the Revolutions, been as high as AA. The 0-2. Swung and chopped foul by Robertson. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. Pitched literally in Oshkosh. Went to the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh.
Oshkosh Bagosh?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Last year for York, 2-7 with a 3.35 ERA and a save. Lifetime 9-8, a 3.42 ERA. The 0-2 high and outside, 1-2. He began his career in the Frontier League in 2013 and 2014. Then he was picked up by the Twins organization. Spanned 2015 and 2016 on 5 different levels. The 1-2 check swing foul, right side, right near on deck hitter Alvaro Rondon. Skeeters trailing 8-0, 8 runs on a dozen hits for the Barnstormers. Skeeters no runs on just 1 hit. It'd be exciting if there was a no-hitter and a cycle still in play. I wonder if that ever happened in Major League Baseball history, a no-hitter and a cycle on the same day.
I'm sure somebody's got it statted somewhere.
The 1-2 way inside, 2-2. I remember Jim Cott talking about on a broadcast that a former teammate of his, and I can't remember because he wasn't a big name, maybe had, according to him, the greatest day in baseball history. He had 2 2-run homers and pitched a no-hitter.
Wow. Pretty good day.
Not bad.
It would go under that category.
The 2-2. It's one low and away, 3-2. So it was ahead 0-2 and now falls behind 3 balls and 2 strikes. The gun here says that last pitch was at 91. It's working. Nice.
Yep. Those Skeeters spare no expense on their equipment.
Payoff pitch is swung and chop foul off of third. Robinson hanging in there. It's been all Barnstormers tonight. They lead 8-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Take a look at all the finals here in the Atlantic League. Get to it right after this 3-2. Westfall from the stretch deals the payoff pitch. Swung and a miss, strike 3. There is out number 1. That is now 6 straight retired by Barnstormers pitching. Ducks beat the Revolution 7-3. Somerset beats the Bees 9-6. Roadrunners beat the Blue Crabs 8-6. All finals, and the Skeeters down 8-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out, none on. Alvaro Rondon steps in. Alvaro has struck out and flied out. He is 0 for 2. A lefty-lefty matchup here for Westfall. First pitch is low and in as Rondon ducks back the knees, 1-0. Skeeters have action in their pen. That is Vicente Campos. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. I'm taking swing at anything close at this point. But
yeah.
That call.
And I believe you called it. The Skeeters will have a pitcher an inning the last 4 innings.
Yep, you watch 114 games, you learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
This one is Hit to the right side. Diving stare by Bortnick to his left. The throw to first not in time. A speedy Rondon. Once again, the Flash beats it out. Outside of maybe Darian Sanford, probably the only one in this game that would have got a hit out of that. Great play by Bortnick. So 1 on, 1 out, back to the top of the order with Barrett Barnes, who has struck it and walked each of his last 2 times up. Well, officially just 0 for 1. Barnes came in batting .256 with 12 home runs and 50 RBIs. Well, then steps Barnes. Westfall, the southpaw gets the sign here. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Sounded faster, but it was actually slower. No, that was faster. 93 miles an hour. He's bringing it.
That might have been his fastest pitch, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I concur. The 0-1, this one is low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. The hit by Rondo in the infield single, just the second hit of the game for the Skeeters. See, I'd rather pitch a 2-hitter than a 1-hitter. Because you'd be kicking yourself for the rest of your life going, if I had just thrown a different pitch or that ball had just been not out of the reach of my infielder. You do need a little luck with a no-no.
No question about it.
1 ball and 2 strikes here on Barnes. Pace of play, where have you gone?
Well, we're heading into a 3-hour game right now.
Yep. The 1-2. Check swing, did he go? I'm going to say no. Hey, what a shocker. 2-2 on Barnes. Westfall just not wanting to throw a pitch here with his team up 8-0. The 2-2, Swanian hit towards third. Bell goes to second for 1. The relay to first in time. Nicely turned. The play goes down 5-4-3 around the horn. Well, Ryan Castile will bat third. He's got a shot at the cycle. If he can get the easiest part, the single, we'll see if he can do it when we get back for the top of the ninth for the Barnstormers.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Thank you, Shane. I'm over here in Section 5 with Greg, and he is ready to see how well he knows his baseball movies. All right, Greg, let's take a look at the question up there on the board. In the rookie, what was the mascot of Big Lakes High School team? I'll give you 3 choices. Is it A, Owls, B, Tigers, or C, Bears?
That's
help him out if you think you know the answer.
Or call us today at 855-445-3404.
What do you think, Greg? Are you sure? Well, let's see if it's A.
G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg.
And it is with a little assistant in the audience. Greg is going to be our winner of the Assured Flow Solutions Baseball Movie Trivia, and that means that you win these 25 Skeeter bucks.
Back
up to you, Shane.
Friendly. They offer proper licensing and home defense training. Don't just think you know you know what to do to defend yourself and your family. 832-595-8415 to find out more, or just stop by at 25635 Southwest Freeway.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
New pitcher on the hill for the Skeeters is Vicente Campos. He will face Tyler Bortnick, Blake Galen, and Ryan Castile. Campos, number 35, 6'3", 230 from Venezuela. Former big leaguer, 9 years as a pro. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Bortnick has flied out to center, singled and scored, grounded at the second, and grounded out in his last at bat, but scored a run. So he's 0 for 4, but he's scored 2 of the 8 runs by the Barnstormers, a lead 8-0. Big swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Campos this year for the Skeeters, 3-2, a 4.65 ERA. This is his 20th appearance, all in relief. 19 and a 30. He has struck out 13, but he's walked 10 and allowed 16 hits. 2 of the last 3 relief appearances, he's gotten wins. This one hit high in the air to left, but playable. Barnes is there, and he'll bring it down for the first out. 1 away. Last time out was in this series. It was in Game 2 yesterday, and the Skeeters 3-2 win. He picked up the victory. 1 inning, no runs, no hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Faced the minimum 3 to pick up the victory. Blake Galen will step in. Galen is 2 for 4 with 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and 1 driven in. And Ryan Castile, who just needs a single for the cycle, is on deck.
The anticipation mounts.
Like Heinz ketchup. 1 ball and no strikes to count here. 8 runs on a dozen hits for the Barnstormers. No runs on just 2 for the Skeeters. Low 1-0. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. They're going to set up outside here. The 2-0 to Galen. This one high 3-0. And a little bit of a high walk total for Campos. 19 in the third, 10 walks. The 3-0, a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Good hitter scout, Galen. He hit a home run in this series. Leads the Atlantic League with 23. Low and away, ball 4. Here comes Ryan Castile. What is shot at the cycle. Generally, you don't only have the easy one left, but he does. After flying out to right into second, he doubled in the third. He tripled and drove in a run in the 5th. And then last time up in the 7th, a 3-run homer. His 13th home run of the year. 4 RBIs is 3 for 4. And just needs a single for the cycle. 311 coming in. Now 13 home runs and 62 ribbies. First pitch swung, a hit in the air to left. This is going to be a single. This could be more. And it bounces off the top of the wall. This might be a single, and it will be. And the cycle for Castile. Wow, most bizarre way to get a cycle. He just missed a home run. Instead, Barnes plays it like the Green Monster, holds him to a long single, and he gets the cycle. The 3rd in Barnstormers history. Congratulations to Castile.
I was going to say, does he get the ball? I think the umpire's going to have to get it.
I think so as well. My goodness.
No, he's not going to get the ball.
A bit of history here. Great job by Castile. 4 for 5 hits for the cycle. Single, double, triple, homer, 4 RBIs, and a run scored. Wow. It was a strange turn of events.
Yes, it was, and a very unusual way to get your cycle. It went off the top of the wall. You just
I mean, generally here at Constellation Field, that is never a long single. Yeah. It is not that Green Monster-esque.
Yeah.
This one fouled up the left side, but Barnes, little help there. Probably smart. I think what also caused, I think Galen, I want to say he intentionally stopped, but I think he was thinking about it, maybe going to third, and then said, nope.
There was some intent there.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll never probably admit it.
So if he goes to third, then the temptation to go for second would be Castile's intent. So just misses off the outside corner, 1-1.
That needs to be a strike.
I agree, especially it's at 8-0 here.
9:06, 8-0.
The 1-1 swung and belted out to right field. This one is going to get by Phipps. This might get two. Galen will trot home easily. Castile will actually stop at third. It'll be a double for Bell, and it is a 9-0 Barnstormers lead.
I can't believe they didn't give him the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I'm going to go get one out of the ball bag and write down cycle.
Just don't sack that bag.
Yeah, no.
That ball's still in place somewhere, is it not? And 9 runs on now, 14 hits for the Barnstormers, no runs on, just 2 for the Skeeters. First pitch by Campos is outside to the left-handed hitting Casey Hobson. Hobson 2 for 4. He has singled twice, scored a run, and has an RBI. The 1-0. Low and away, 2 balls and no strikes.
No action in the Skeeters pen, so Mr. Campos, this is his game to finish.
Well, at 9-0, how much more harm can you do? This one is a strike, 2-1. $15 pitches by Campos, 7 for strikes, 8 for balls. The 2-1. One down low, 3 balls and a strike. Campos a little bit of an anomaly. Sometimes he is really on, and sometimes he's a bit wild. About 50-50. The 3-1. Swung and fouled off to the left side, 3-2.
Hot or cold?
Yes. Payoff pitch coming here to Casey Hobson. 1 on, 1 out, 2 on. A 3-2. Swan and hit into right center. That's going to drive in 2 more. Nope, they're going to hold up the runner. A little sportsmanship here going station to station, but it is a 10-0 Barnstormers lead. Hobson 3 for 5 now with 2 RBIs and a run scored. So first and third, and here comes Skeeters pitching coach Corey Dommel, so maybe not. Nobody's getting hot. We'll see if somebody starts throwing here in a minute.
Don't really understand this mound visit. If there's no one getting loose, the kid probably knows he's out there. What are you going to tell him?
Probably just a little timeout, refresh. I guess throw strikes would be one of the things. Well, then comes Carlos Garcia after homering in his first at bat. He has struck out the last 3 times up. It's rare that you get the golden sombrero and a homer.
Yeah.
It might be more rare than the cycle. Runners on the corners. 2 in here, 2 on, 1 out. 10-0 Barnstormers. This one fouled sharply back into the screen, 0-1. Campos, not good body language out there. 15 hits now for the Barnstormers with those 10 runs. The 0-1 from the right-hander. This one way inside, 1-1. A 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 in, 2 on. Skeeter trailing 10-0. Be their biggest defeat as a shutout this year if they don't score a run. The 1-1. So on a hit in the air to center. Jan Santi coming in. He'll bring it down for the second out. Both runners will stay put. 2 in, 2 out, 2 on. That'll bring in Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa has singled, doubled, grounded out, and struck out. So he's 2 for 4. 10-15-0 for the Barnstormers. 0-2-0 for the Skeeters. Campos now 20 pitches, 11 for strikes, 9 for balls. Linsteps De La Rosa, the right-hand hitting catcher, 210 with a home run and 13 RBIs. We were talking about baseball instincts before. I remember when Bernie Williams played for the Yankees. I got to tell you, for a guy who was probably amongst the top 3 fastest guy in the majors at the time, could not steal a base to save his life. And as a rookie, some of the veterans like Mel Hall got on him, and they would say jokes like, how do you get Bernie in from third? The joke was, hit a triple.
Wow.
We couldn't read a lefty at all. Going back to first every time the lefty came home. The 0-2. Low and away, 1 and 2. Did not really even run the bases that well for a guy with all that speed. Drive you nuts as a coach or manager. Then maybe the single worst base runner I saw, and not because he was slow. He was a catcher. He was slow, but Jorge Posada. He didn't have a clue out there. So on ground to short, this should do it. They go to second. Fielder's choice to 4. A last chance, bottom of the ninth for the Skeeters. They are down at 10-0.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Well, we move to the bottom of the ninth. Alas.
How about an 11-run rally here?
11 runs. That's pretty wishful thinking.
You up for it?
I'm sorry, what? This one is a hot shot to third. Josh Bell has it. A 1 pitch, 1 out.
Our chances just dramatically decreased.
Yes, by 33%.
Yes, sir.
Now, Linsteps Javier Betancourt, who came in for Derek Norris, hit into a double play his first time up. 28-year-old Huáscar Brazaban, number 30, 6'3", 190, from the Dominican Republic. Been as high as Double-A. Spent sometime last year with the Hartford Yard Goats. 2-3 with a 104 ERA for the Barnstormers this year. It's his 31st appearance. He has 2 saves, 34 and a third, 33 Ks, 17 walks, 33 hits. We saw him yesterday in the Game 1 1-0 win, the Blake Galen home run in the 7th. 2/3 of an inning, no runs, no hits, struck out 1, and got a 2-out save. Scoreless appearances in 3 straight and 6 of his last 7. 0-2 here on Betancourt.
Up to 96 tonight.
No kidding. Wow. Clocked him at 95 the other day. The 0-2 high, 97. Yikes. He is, as they say, bringing it. Dave Collins, the broadcaster for the Barnstormers, says he has touched 100, but then you never know 2 or 3 mile an hour difference in some stadiums, and they're not exactly accurate. This one is right on, though, because you have a radar gun that says the same thing. This one, fastball misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Betancourt. The 2-2 from the righty. Swan, a little blooper into right center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Just the 3rd of the night for the Skeeters. Skeeters trailing 10-0. Hope is still alive.
11-run rally.
Just a bloop and a 10-run homer, and you're right back in this
Never
thing.
say never.
Against this Juan Silverio, who has walked and struck out and grounded at the second. He is 0 for 2. Brazaban ready to deal here to Silverio. This one swung and a missed, 0-1. 96 miles an hour. Ten runs, 15 hits, no errors for the Barnstormers. 0-3-0 for the Skeeters. This one swung and a missed. No balls and 2 strikes.
Just stay out of the double play. We'll still have a shot.
The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2.
Eternal optimism, Ira. Glass half full.
Don't see any glass.
It's where the book is. It's with the book.
One ball and 2 strikes on Silverio. One is chopped foul to the left of home. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters trailing 10-0 here in the bottom of the 9th.
All right. If you were a fan, would you still be here?
If I was a fan.
In the stands.
I'm not a leave early kind of guy. You know, if you had left early, you wouldn't have seen the cycle.
Well,
there's always something to stick around for, even if it's a beer.
Okay.
The 1-2. This one popped up down the right field line. Long run by Casey Hobson near the stands. Does he have room? No. Almost falls over that railing. Good effort by Hobson. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out still. 1 on. Brazaban has thrown 11 pitches, 8 of them for strikes. Game 3 hours and 15 minutes old now. We're young, Mr. Half-Full.
There you go. I like it. You're catching on, Aaron.
It takes me a while. The 1-2 from Brazaban. This one in the dirt, 2-2. You know, if you're up 10-0 and you're Ross Peoples, the manager for the Barnstormers, all you can think of is throw strikes. I remember Adam Sandler when he did stand-up. He said, "Hey, this is my impression of Wilt Chamberlain when one of his teammates, when Wilt scored 100 points in the game. Hey, man, I'm open."
Yeah. Over here.
There's only about 4,000 plus that witnessed that 100-point game, but Wilt said when they're still alive, about 50,000 told him over the course of his career that they were there when it happens.
That's funny.
2-2 the count here on Silverio. Brazoban from the stretch will deal the 2-2. Swan and missed strike 3. Silverio goes down, and Skeeters down to their final out here.
that 11-run rally's getting a little slipping away.
So close, too.
That's right. We got a ray of hope with a runner on first.
Enforce the 10-run rule. Not the forfeit, but each hit counts for 10 runs.
Yeah.
Matt Chavez 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out to short. Skeeters are down at 10-0 here in the ninth. First pitch is swung and missed. No balls and 1 strike to count.
A little surprised you're using Brazoban in a 10-0 game, unless he just needs to work tomorrow's an off day.
Perhaps. Brazoban refused to throw a pitch up 10-0. The 0-1. It's on chop foul. Let's get us down to their final strike here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Skeeters trailing 10-0 here in the bottom of the ninth. You sacking the bats?
No, no.
I heard some rustling over there. I think you're
No,
bat
sir.
sacking or sandbagging. One of the two.
You caught me.
Yeah,
Dead-handed. I guilty.
Mr. Half full. His glass is now completely empty. The 0-2 lowered away. And that cup doesn't have a drop of water left in it.
Oh my gosh. Put the nails in my hands. Crucify me right now.
You're now the optimist who died in a half-full tub.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes you got to be realistic and say it is over.
1-2 here to Chavez. Oh, he's going to step out. It's like it's a jinx if this game ends. Nobody wants to end it. Not the hitters, not the
stepping
pitchers.
out, pitcher stepping off.
The 1-2. Swan drilled into right field. This could break the shutout. Going back is Galen, reaches up, and that is off the wall. A run will score as Betancourt comes home. A double for Chavez. So the Skeeters will at least break the shutout. They're down just 10-1, and they're back in this thing.
Let me get my stuff back out of my bag.
See,
huh?
Mr. Bat Sacker. You sacked your own theory. Oh, here comes Dennis Phipps. Here comes the rally. That was the 21st double of the season for Chavez.
We got a rally monkey around here anywhere?
Never understood a rally monkey. I know the Angels made it popular, but 2002 when they won the World Series. Isn't a rally Skeeter enough?
Sure.
This one fouled off. 0-1 here to Phipps.
Where is it?
It's right next to the book. And your sack of bats.
That's right. That's right.
Skeeters closing in on 200 doubles as a team. Let's see, how many doubles have they had tonight? Was that the first? Well, hard to believe. Yeah, that was the first. Only 4th hit. Swan is grounded to the third. This should do it. Bell has it. He'll fire it to first. And that's the game. As the Skeeters lose 10-1, they do break the shutout. 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors for the Barnstormers. 1 run. See, I sacked that column. I put the goose egg in there. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Skeeters. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, give the final numbers, and Ryan Postner will have our player of the game. All that more. A return on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
Available female is seeking a long-term relationship with someone I can depend on. For someone that I can trust and feel safe with. For someone that isn't just after me for my money. Someone who is ASC certified and can handle all my automotive needs.
Christian Brothers Automotive is the perfect match for you. Located in new territory right behind the Randalls, Christian Brothers is locally owned and operated by Kelly Adams. You can trust Kelly to take the fear out of auto care. Her number is 281-242-2886 to start your new relationship today.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Welcome to the Skeeters post-game show. A disappointed Ira Lieben as the Skeeters lose big here today. They lose by a final score of 10-1. 10 runs, 15 hits, and no errors for the Barnstormers. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Skeeters. The winning pitcher is Terrell Harris. He improves to 1-1. And James Russell takes the loss. He drops to 7-4. Time of the game, 3 hours and 19 minutes in front of 3,656 folks here at Constellation Field. I'll tell you how this one happened. Barnstormers jumped out in front first in the second. After 2 were outs, a single by Casey Hobson, then a 2-run homer by Carlos Garcia, and it was 2-0. The Barnstormers added another run in the third. A 1-out single by Tyler Bortnick, a double by Ryan Castile, a single by Casey Hobson, which drove home Bortnick, but Castile was nailed at the plate, but he did get a double. More to come on that. That was his first hit of the game. So it was 3-0 Barnstormers. They would add another run in the fifth. With 2 outs, Blake Galen singled, and then Castile tripled. And he tripled home Galen, and that made it 4-0. So far, Castile had a double and a triple. We went to the 7th, a 4-run 7th inning. After the leadoff hitter, Rico Noel single, there was a walk to Darian Sanford, a fielder's choice. Bortnick hit into, then Blake Galen drove in a run with a single. That made it 5-0. But then Ryan Castile hit a 3-run homer, 4 runs in the inning. That was his 4th RBI as well. And it was 8-0 Barnstormers. So at this point, he had the double, triple, and the home run. We went to the 9th inning where they would get 2 more for the Barnstormers. After 1 was out, Blake Galen walked. Up came Ryan Castile. He hit one deep in the air to left field. Looked like he was not going to get the cycle because he was probably going to get a home run. It went off the very top of the wall. Came down, perfect ricochet to Barrett Barnes, who kind of played that as a green monster. Held him to a long single, and he got the cycle. Josh Bell would then double home Galen, and Hobson would single home Castile. And it was a 10-0 lead. The Skeeters would break the shutout in the 9th. A 1-out single by Javier Betancourt, and 2 batters later, Matt Chavez got a double to make it 10-1, but that would be as close as the Skeeters would get. Well, no surprise who our post-game player of the game is, and he is standing by with our own Ryan Postner. Ryan.
Player of the game, Ryan Castile, quite a night. A hit for the cycle at 3rd in Barnstormers history, man. Give me that last at-bat there for you.
Man, I knew I had to get a single, just trying to get a good pitch and just try to hit it hard, you know, and luckily Blake almost ate it there in between 2nd and 3rd, so I had to stop, but you know, it was a good night and all around. We hit the ball well. So.
At the high school, college, and professional level, have you ever hit for the cycle before?
Never. I usually can't get a triple. I'm too slow, but thankfully tonight I hit one far enough and somehow got in there, so it worked out.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, when you hit the ball, like a ball off the wall like that, you're not thinking single, right?
No, I mean, I'm thinking double out of the box, but like I said, Blake had some feel and ate it a little bit, and it worked out. So.
Absolutely, and you know, back to this for the Skeeters side. I mean, James Russell, guy that came into the game leading the league in RA, and this is a pitching staff that has been doing pretty well. And you guys knocked them around pretty good these last 3 games. What was the strategy for that?
Man, this is a great team. You know, we know every time we play you guys, it's going to be a battle, and you know, we're just trying to grind out at bats. I mean, Russell's a veteran, a lot of big league time. He's a good pitcher, man. So you just got to bring your A game every night against the Skeeters.
And I mean, this might be a kind of a preview of a playoff matchup. Were you guys thinking it that way on your side?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to win every game. You know, we want to play you guys in the playoffs. So you know, we're just trying to take care of our part, and hopefully we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. That was Ryan Castile hit for the cycle tonight. Third in Barnstormers history. Lancaster wins 10-1. Back to you, Ira.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. And cycle, whenever you do it, whatever level you do it at, it is certainly an impressive feat. 10-1 loss. With the loss, the Skeeters dropped to 75-39 overall. Still the best record in the Atlantic League. They're now 34-17. Here in the second half, the Barnstormers improved to 65-47 and 27-22 in the second half. And now Ryan Posner joins me here in the booth, and this one got out of hand quickly, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at everything in a vacuum, that's a pretty frightening way to end a series. But then you look at it as the whole, you know, the way that they've handled the Barnstormers, they're still winning the season series. So, I mean, after this being the last regular season game, they've won the season series. Played them well here. You know, I think that was just one of those games where, man, you've played so much baseball over like a week span, and you could just kind of see it in the guys. And once you get down by like 4 or 5-0, it might as well have been 10-0 at that point. It kind of just felt like that from watching out here.
Yeah, you're probably right. Air out of the balloon, and got an off day and going out on a road trip. So yeah, I hear you. But this loss means the Skeeters are still tied for the home record, so one more win, but it should be easy. They have 6 more home games left, all against the Ducks. They need to just win one of those 5 to set a new win mark at home, looking for win number 51. But, you know, this was the longest homestand of the year, 10 games in all, including a doubleheader on a Saturday, which is usually kind of a later day for the players to catch up on some rest. But overall, your final thoughts on the whole homestand?
I mean, obviously, you know, you win all 3 series, or you split the last one here, but you've won at least all 3, 2 of the 3, and then split. I mean, outside of the game, I mean, you're thinking about the Southern Maryland game with the Brett Marshall shutout, and besides this one, I mean, they played good competitive baseball all the way through. And like you mentioned, I mean, that's a tough grind for both teams too. I mean, Lancaster had played a doubleheader last week as well, but the pitching looked well. I think the biggest concern, if I'm looking at it, might just be the offense, because these last 3 games, I mean, you're looking at they're sputtering a pretty good amount. I mean, nothing to the other than that Matt Chauv's double. Not a lot of things hard off the bat today. Not a lot you can like point to say, okay, we can hang our hat on that. So. You know, obviously the facts. You lost Courtney Hawkins, a big thumper in the lineup, and I think it's starting to become a little apparent there needs some pop in the lineup.
Well, that is going to do it for us here. Skeeters lose this one big tonight. It's 10-1. Everybody in the league off for Labor Day, so happy Labor Day to everyone tomorrow. Skeeters will be back in action from Waldorf, Maryland on Tuesday. 3-game set from Waldorf, and then 3 more in New Britain for a 6-game road trip before the Skeeters return home for the last homestand of the regular season. So enjoy your Labor Day. Once again, the Skeeters lose big tonight, 10-1, and we will see you Tuesday night.